own words. It's just a short little clip.
And again, if I want to sit here and play this for the next 8 days straight, I will. Get over it.
Yeah. Well, this is your truth, isn't it?
It is the truth. It's facts. I mean, this is what happened. Fuck. Oops, sorry. We can't say that this is our truth now when it is just the actual truth.
It's just the truth.
Yeah, but it's our choice and it's our time to say what we need to say. And say it as many times as we need to say it, because clearly, you know, as much as we haven't been talking for the past month about this, not going anywhere, not saying anything, it's not being dropped. In fact, some people are going so far as to saying that other people are being misled, and there were screenshots shared that were clearly taken out of order, but portrayed like it was one thing. And you know, it's continuing, and so we want to put a stop to it. Just stop.
Yeah.
I was here to tell the truth. I'm still telling it. And you know what? Show me how let's see your original screenshots, Claire. Let's go ahead and see the rest of that conversation if you want to put it out.
Yeah.
You won't.
Yeah, we know she's already recorded.
Oh, this makes me sad. I have to go. I'm gonna mute. I'll be back in a second.
All right. Totally
this makes me upset.
Yeah. So here we go. This is Claire's very own words again. As you can see, that she's going to tell us how Cohen Davis has absolutely nothing to do with the strikes. Here we go.
The actual lawyers that are working on the case against AD have had nothing to do with. They obviously know what I'm doing. It's not interfering with what they are doing, but I've done this. They haven't done this.
Wasn't interfering with anything until it was interfering with Claire.
Failed to act upon proof of pending legal action with regard to the copyrights, that will be highlighted in court in another case comes to court, because they'll say, well, did you try this? Did you try that? Did you? And then the evidence will be brought forward with regards to going to Google with trying the copyright strike claim and everything. And if that will be highlighted in court. Yeah, you did not, YouTube, you did not act upon the evidence that was given to you.
Why or not given to you.
That is the scenario.
Not given to you
in this case.
Storming Google and sue Google. No, this will be brought up in a separate case if they do not act upon it now. The ball is in their court, so it's a win-win. They either bring him down now, or if they fail to bring him down, they've got to answer to why they didn't bring him down.
Yep, and I'll answer they will.
For fuck's sake.
And again, and I've said this, out of 99% of all this shit, YouTube has not adhered to their own policies and procedures. That pervy fraud should have been gone a long time ago. But in this one particular instance, the one closest chance that we had right in the grip of our hands to take him down, and it was Claire that didn't come through.
Yeah.
It's not YouTube's fault. It's not fucking YouTube's fault.
No.
And I
you know why? And you know why it fell through.
It kills
so
me.
That's I'm sorry?
It kills me to say it's not fucking YouTube's fault in this instance. No.
But considering that we were here to tell the truth and to spread awareness about exploitation and bullshit and fuckery, that I would, that all of you that had channels or you were subs and supporters making comments and everything, the fact that you just let that Monday come, his channel was back, and you didn't want to say anything. You didn't even tell people why it was back or question it or give anybody an explanation.
And you expected us
That
to
is shameful. That is shameful.
the whole brunt of it you wanted us to take for you? Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of here.
You were here to tell the truth about this man, and all of a sudden his channel is back after all of this, and if you don't say anything, it's like they won't see me if I don't move, right? Okay, out of sight, out of mind. What?
Yeah, it's
That's
kind
not
of
what we're here to do.
mentality, isn't it? It's like my mum's not going to notice I've eaten all the chocolate cake and there's crumbs all over me.
Nope. No.
If I just, hide my head behind the cushion, nobody will know it was me who ate the cake. I mean, it's just so, it's so childlike. The fact that the deceit was never thought through to the end game of, and eventually they're going to ask me why it never all
Well,
came to
you know
fruition.
what? I said earlier, way before you guys were around, back at whatever, 11 hours ago when we started, that, if she'd really had any brains and thought it through and did it properly, she would have just gone ahead and retracted the fucking strikes and said it, whatever she wanted to say.
She wouldn't have lied, first of all. Let's start there. She wouldn't have lied.
Yeah, there's that. There's that. But if she had just gone ahead and retracted those fucking strikes on her own and not tried to make and Frank's going to retract, she just fucking done it.
Right.
So you shot yourself in the foot with your own fucking lies, Claire.
And it wasn't business as usual. You're not going to come out here and say, oh, this is what we're doing here, folks, on our community. This is where we're at with this, and he's being shut down. You're not going to do all of that. And then when that day came, and obviously everything you knew went to shit, the fact that you didn't say anything at all. There were people in this community
and still
that thought, oh, well, that's a rational response to have when we've been here for 2 years talking about this pervy broad bastard. Of course you're not going to come out and say, what happened? Come on. Look at me.
And still to this very second has not said anything about it. Not to any of this community that she led the grand charge premier gala show of the copyright strike on. And again, I know Whiskey, a lot of people weren't here. People have been in and out. Again, I just want to make it clear that myself, Preach, and Claire spent hours together trying to put a plan in place on how we were going to strike AD and what we wanted to do. We spent hours. We probably spent a good 6 to 8 hours in total figuring out how we were going to do it. Well, all of a sudden,
don't forget, you asked us specifically to be involved in this shit. Yes, so it wasn't about getting a lawyer or anything else.
Me to be part of it. So
what the hell?
Unbeknownst to Preach and I, we just woke up one morning and all of a sudden, Claire had gone ahead on her own, done all the striking, but not only did all the striking, it had absolutely nothing to do with anything the three of us had planned. Nothing. So she grabbed that fucking torch and ran with it all on her own and initiated it all on her own. And you expect us to clean up your fucking shit pile?
Got you.
Not a chance in hell.
Shit.
Oh yeah, and I think again, it wasn't about having hurt feelings that somebody talked to somebody else or they dropped me. It was never that. You don't say that it was about that or that's what happened. That's not true. And obviously you see that. But when you come and just again, and you're asking somebody for help us get this done. We're going this route with it. We're going to try this and see if this works. When I say, oh, well, she dropped us or she ghosted us, And you want to suggest that it's because I asked for something that maybe some sensitive information should have been shared, or she didn't want to share it, or I hurt her feelings because I thought she wasn't a lawyer. Obviously, that's not true, and y'all know that now. Yeah. It was never a personal thing.
She essentially ghosted the whole fucking community when
she did, because she was lying. She was gone. She was lying. She was lying.
And
she
that
was lying.
happened as soon as Frank got the cease and desist. She just
boom.
10 laughing emojis, and she's going.
Yeah, that's when everything came out, and she knew she was busted. And she was gone. If anybody owed us an explanation, it would have been her. It wasn't going to come. She owed y'all. Y'all were on the journey with it, with the whole copyright strikes and stuff. And I think that's why I keep saying this, that we were also invested. Everybody was. This is what we've been doing here this entire time. Everything was public. You were very public about it. You were saying things and showing things privately, obviously, that you shouldn't have, and you don't have the discretion to have not done so. But you're going to have the discretion now to be quiet because of some legal reason about copyright strikes?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Selective legal fucking silence. Don't do this anymore. Hopefully that, this is just be it. It makes me sad listening to those clips because we believed each other. We thought this is what was happening. And now, after all is said and done, the people that had questions are being told, don't ask those questions. They're just doing it because they're jealous, or they're haters, or they're trolls, or I made them mad and they hurt my feelings. It's simply not the case. It's not the case. And showing your utility bill doesn't mean that you can start suing people, damn it.
Has she addressed this at all on Dorothy's channel, or has she just pretended none of it's happened?
She hasn't. The only thing she did was because of the screenshot bullshit with Suzanne and Bam came up. The only thing that we've seen from her publicly is she took some screenshots out of order and out of context to send to Dorothy to show on her live to prove that what Suzanne said that she was told by Claire wasn't true. That's it. And
God, you can't show anything to us.
Right.
That's
So
what I was going to say.
Right? This is where Salty's going to go into her spiel about, out of all the things she decides to speak out publicly about, that's what she speaks out publicly about. That's the only thing.
The first time she decides to go public and show anything or have somebody.
When you've been such an open book and everybody knows that. How many times have you said, "I'll ask you questions. I'll tell you whatever you want."
Yeah.
No. I'm an open book.
Jesus.
That's what you choose to finally, after having to claim legal silence all this time, that's what you chose to go public with and make sure that you try to prove is in fact wrong. Fuck off.
And if anybody out there is thinking again about the sides, and I'll keep saying that, I would rather gouge out my own eyeballs and make myself eat them than to have to admit something to some people. But I will never have to admit that I perpetuated a lie and that I supported that idea. Because it didn't happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Can I address something that Jur's saying in chat right now? So Jur's
I can't. Yeah.
Comment. I'm going to read it. Jur's making a comment. The screenshot was shown because of Bam's reaction to Claire and the Rusex. Well, why didn't Dorothy make that really fucking clear? Because that never came out of her mouth.
Okay, wait. I'm going to jump into Jur. I like you. I've always liked you, but that's bullshit. You were there. You heard. She talked about us. She named Jenny by name. And second off, that screenshot, that has nothing to fucking do with Dorothy. Claire has her own channel. She can go on her own fucking channel and defend herself, but she didn't. Yeah. She sent some screenshots to Dorothy, right? She never stood up for herself. Suzanne has been out there. She's defended herself left and right because she knows she's right. And Jura, I'm going to tell you right now in case you didn't hear it earlier. I'm in fucking asylum. Jenny is not. Sam is not. I'm in there. And I know what the fuck was said. And I know in what order it was said, and what Claire sent you guys was bullshit. I'm not going to take screenshots to prove it right, but just trust me.
I should take a screenshot of the IPO number, Jer.
Do that. Yeah, that would be great. Can you have...
That's the only thing I want to see. I don't give a shit about the other screenshots. I care about that.
Yeah, Claire can send that to Dorothy. We've already got a pot going here, at least $500. That if Claire will bring up that IPO and show it to us right now, $500 in the crowd justice fund. Let's go. More than that. Let's do it.
And God, Jesus Christ, you guys. Anybody that wants to speak about BAM, go do it on your own fucking channel. This isn't about BAM today. It's not about BAM.
Yeah, but you've got some people that have come into chat that I don't understand. I suppose they still want the division.
Fucking tired.
Well, and again, this has always been, I don't want to be a hypocrite and say people can't say anything in here because I've always promoted people, at least come in here. If you want to hash it out, if you want to fight, if you want to kiss, whatever it is, we can do it. I'm game for everything. But these arguments don't wash with me anymore. They're not valid anymore. They're not. I've never been. People want to make it into something else. Okay, you don't want to hear what we're saying about Claire. What happened? I'm sorry. You didn't want us to come out and say anything. I'm sorry. It's not about BAM. No, it's not about me, anybody else. Tweedledee or Tweedle fucking don't.
I've been here this long, man. You're saying nothing is as bad as BAM. You're saying that if we're right about Claire and she's lying to all of you guys that are still believing her, and she's lying to the fucking Ruseks, that's not as bad as what BAM did? Are you really saying that?
Sorry.
What the hell, man? What have we done? What have we been doing for the last couple of years? What the hell?
I just want to know what the fuck we've been doing for the last 12 hours, if that's the shit that's coming in here. It seems like it's that back to that thing where you have to publicly state, I do not condone child abuse. Otherwise, you condone child abuse, right? Yeah. If we're not calling BAM out on this fucking live or anywhere else, that means that we support BAM. We agree with everything. And you guys want to bring her name up every fucking time. This isn't about BAM.
That's not a rational argument to have anymore, folks. It's not. It's not a rational. It never was, and it's not now. It was never a rational point to have on my channel for what I stood for. It doesn't now.
And the only thing that BAM has to do with
stop you talking about Claire. Can't you see that?
The only
coming with all of their BAM shit because they've been told change the narrative. Change that narrative.
You know what? They've been up here and they haven't been talking about BAM, and they always talk shit.
What I'm going to say right now is I'm thanking BAM because she gave the panel for Jenny and Stand Up to get up there and break this to the people who want to know when they're being lied to. So if you don't like that, don't fucking care. Go over to your own channel, do your own live, and drag BAM over there because that's not what this is about.
Can we just?
It never was and never will be. That it's over and it's done. Really, come on.
Enough with BAM for a second. I just want to finish addressing this with Jur. So Jur made a comment about the screenshot from Claire. Fair enough, but the live was regarding Leslie, Helen, Amber's child, Frankie. Your names were mentioned. What the hell does a fucking screenshot that Claire is trying to screenshots that Claire's trying to throw out to disprove another screenshot that has nothing to do with Leslie, Helen, Amber's child, Ginger, and Frankie. So stop trying to fucking cover up for Dorothy, please, juror. It just really, please stop it. Let Dorothy speak for herself.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
What?
This mindset that you're seeing here in the chat is the problem.
That's why I said it's really not healthy either. Because when you, that's what, and I said that about Kim, and I'll say it again. When you are focused and like iron-willed about some whatever fake, I'm going to say it, fake imaginary depositions that y'all gave about some criminal case against this dude, and you want to keep people quiet about it, but you want to spread awareness, and that's your response when you find out that everything was crap. That
by the way, Helen, don't try dragging me into the Anne Westwood nonsense. It wasn't me. I'm not YouTube man. I didn't say it. If I was going to say stuff about animal abuse and Anne Westwood, I would say it only if I had tangible evidence to throw up for you to all to see. So go take that nonsense somewhere else as well, please. I'm not biting your bait. It wasn't me. I had no part in it. Anne needs to go sort her own house out. You need to stop trying to bait all of us. You're trouble lady. You are nothing but a disruptor with your sickly sweet voice. It needs to stop. You've come in here to cause trouble. It's rude.
A lot of people say that that's what you were here to do. And that is my response. I don't know exactly what she's saying, but I love Helen. And I respect the hell out of her. I'm sorry if some of y'all don't.
I do too.
And it's not about liking somebody or not. But here, right now, what we were all here to do, it's done. Don't make it about Bam. Don't make it about anybody else. It's still about Claire lying.
Yeah.
She was disingenuous. This is why I'm not going to be talking about the pervy fraud anymore. This is what happened. This is what happened with my hard work, my dedication, my support. And it's not just about me, of course not. But I showed you my point of view and what happened. And it was never like a personal thing. Like, oh my gosh, you get to talk to people more than me? Come on. Don't make it into something that it's not. Own up to it. It's not about Bam. Not about right now, me, Whiskey, Mo, whoever, whatever the fuck Bunny Boiler insert here. I don't know. The thing is that
why is it
you're making excuses to keep this argument. People are making excuses now about why we would even say anything at all.
Helen Schaefer, why is it the more we're asking people to stop talking about Bam, you continue to talk about Bam? Why are you trying to do this? Can you please? This is not about Bam. We said this to you earlier when you were in the chat, but you keep coming up and wanting to try to negate it back to Bam. That's not the purpose of this fucking goddamn live. And you know
you're proving my point right now, Helen. That y'all want to make excuses. Y'all want to divert attention away from the real fucking argument here.
Off Claire. Let's throw it on Bam. This isn't fucking about Bam, and you know it. Fuck. Enough with the garbage.
Seriously, this is where we're at.
Embarrassing to fucking.
You still want to come in here. Everybody wants to divert the attention. Don't look at a car crash over here. Look at this man over here.
Yeah.
You know,
what's happening to you.
Stop it. Please. I never said that y'all had to come out and say anything about Claire. I came out and said this is what y'all didn't want me to say. And this is not something or anything that I have never said to you that I wouldn't say privately Helen, y'all know me.
And again,
I've stood up for you. I've supported you.
I will say this. I do not condone a lot of what fucking Bam said in any way, shape, or form, but that's not what this is about right now. Helen, fucking cut it out.
Jesus. How did we get here?
Yeah, this is what, yeah.
We're talking about what happened with AD's channel. It wasn't personal with me. I showed y'all. You've done it yourself, Helen, and it's not causing drama in a community where I'm supposed to be telling the truth.
You want a whole community to shut up? Fuck. And say nothing and continue on marching.
Because why? One, at the risk that it's going to make somebody look bad?
You guys, let's stop talking about it. Stop addressing it.
Sorry.
Get back to what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Get back to it.
I can't remember what I was talking about. Moneypenny?
So,
hallelujah! I don't have to do shit for her anymore.
Bedtime clown. There you go. He says, I thought Sundays were for the soul. Yeah.
Okay, then let me say this. When you tune in and you're like Team Whiskey and Mo in this fucking fight, you know that hell has frozen over and that it's like the end of times. You know, face maker right now if you need to. I don't know what else to say. But damn it, I'm trying.
yeah.
This is of course I kid, but it is not about certain things. It is about things that y'all know. What it's
about somebody who has made a very, very serious mistake. It is against the law to pretend to be a solicitor. She's broken the law. It is morally wrong to pretend to be a solicitor to get yourself close to a family that suffered a severe trauma for your own egotistical gain.
And my thing again, and it's very clear, it was never saying that she was a lawyer or wasn't. It was about telling the truth and how she lied and why his channel was reinstated. What the hell am I here for still? Bye. That was it.
So where we were at before all this kicked off was that the cease and desist had just happened, and then suddenly you reach out and say, where do we all stand legally on this? And you get no response for her. She goes to bed and goes to sleep, and then the next day she's in the phone call.
And these are the people that are saying she's being quiet for legal reasons.
And
y'all keep that in mind. My minds, they were.
So you're asking, help. What can we do to help Frank? What can we do to help anyone else who's getting these cease and desist? And you got no response from that point forward.
And that's the response that I did get. And what I was saying, it wasn't. I was not going to not call her out. I mean, y'all think that I'm the person that's not going to say anything and hold people to account. If I'm going to do it on my channel, and I do it privately, even though it wasn't a private issue. It was about the law. It was about the strikes. Are they going to stick? What do we have to do? Where are we at here? Nothing.
Jesus.
So that just y'all told me y'all didn't give a shit. Y'all did not respect my opinion and my support enough to even say shit. That kind of does put us in a tricky position, Sam. We don't like liars generally, but we like this one. It's okay. She's only lying a little bit as opposed to all the lies that he's telling. Just ignore it. And it's not banned.
And you know what, Helen? We even actually addressed it. Maybe you stopped asking all the time about BAM. You would have maybe heard that we addressed the fact that we've seen, because Claire's showing us the law firm's dashboard portal through the portal that she should have never been showing us in the first place. We've seen the receipts that the first GoFundMe money went to the lawyers. We know Frankie's not rinsing or fleecing anybody. That never came from any of our mouths. That's solely on
Ever.
them.
When I was still here, I didn't know what that meant, but I wasn't here at
Well,
that time, but I wanted to leak that.
We've
Yeah,
seen
it's not
those
come from
receipts.
us.
No,
That's why
that
this
first
isn't
GoFundMe.
coming
All
up.
the money has gone to the goddamn friggin' lawyers. All of
She
it.
showed us. We know it was. We didn't want to have to say this is what she wasn't supposed to be showing us this stuff, but we know that the legal fund is legit. The money's going where it needs to go. We didn't want people thinking that we were being shitty or ugly or vengeful. We didn't want to get anybody in trouble. We still had at least that much integrity, but we wanted to get the information out, but we didn't want to have to how should I put this? We didn't want people to think that we were doing so out of spite because of what we went through, or what was occurring. But when you have truth and you know something for a fact that is this way, you're gonna clear it up, right? You're gonna say, no, that's not it. This is not how it happened. This is what's going on. And of course, I had my things, and I've been gone. But again, the money went to where it was supposed to.
Money was where it was supposed to be. That was never questioned. The only thing was the person who'd been purporting to be doing all these legal things for and on behalf of suddenly no longer wants to talk to you guys when the cease and desist happen.
You know why? We all know why. We're not stupid kids. Come on.
So, you know, what bothers me is you've got somebody like Saggy coming in saying it's about this.
Did y'all watch? I can't remember. You just played that clip where she was showing what she showed the lawyers what they verified. Did y'all see that?
Oh yeah.
You want to know?
Yeah, give me a second. I'll grab that one again.
Stop saying that anything was verified. You weren't verifying anything other than proof of residency and allowing somebody to come and handle this confidential information. That's what happened. You never verified. They never verified any credentials because you didn't have any. You didn't give anybody anything. You gave them your electric bill.
Electric bill, proof of address,
your electric bill,
and a picture of her passport photo, and the police background check.
And I still say, hey, I got a utility bill. Let's go sue people. You're talking shit. Come on, it doesn't work that way.
All she had to give was a number.
Yeah,
just one number. A set of 6 numbers.
And I don't want anybody saying right now, well, this is the reason why you're not going to see it in the files because it's so confidential. No. That is not a rational argument. That is not why we're not going to see anything.
Amber had
because it doesn't exist.
Guinea Pig Amber had a really good point. We all have utility bills. Does that make us all lawyers now?
Yes, damn it. Let's sue people. Come on.
I have proof of address. I'm a goddamn lawyer.
This is YouTube. Everybody's an expert. Aren't we? I'm a retired expert on pervy fraud.
I'm of the retired.
Retired expert on pervy fucking fraud. You know. Where is it, babe?
Benoni Girl's handing out wine, just so you guys know.
I'll have 2 glasses, please.
I said I need a very, very big one.
I haven't had a
large
glass of
single
wine.
malt if you've got one.
I'm going to pass right out after it. I haven't had a glass of wine in 2 years. Give me a second.
I will upload. Wait, honey. Sorry. I will upload that video of Dorothy naming me. All I'm doing is defending myself. I didn't spearhead this. Spearhead what, baby?
Oh, this is going back to this live stream that the 3 idiots came in to bring up.
Yeah, it's you know they came in, they were defending Dorothy, but somehow I don't know. Stephanie said something about no, that's not what Joe was talking about. She was talking about about Leslie. I don't know. So it's like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. Clearly, we're not talking about the same thing.
But no,
Or
they came
you're
in
just trying to
thinking
cover
we
your
were
ass.
talking about something that we weren't.
Because
talking
that would you would assume that because that might have been happening in the past, right? Okay, fine, that was your assumption. But it's not about Bam. It's not about anybody else. It's not about these people up on my panel, the people I've had in the past, which I've always invited everybody, regardless of how I feel about somebody. I'm capable of being polite. Y'all know this about me. And I'm always saying, you want to talk shit? Come on over and we'll talk shit. But don't come in here and all of a sudden act like I haven't been around for 2 years. I've never, participated in any truth community or supported this cause or anything else, or that because I don't do this. I'm not doing this now, and I'm turning my back on everyone. Don't do that, and don't. You're deluding yourself and each other when you come in here and you don't want to say this is what happened. Let's talk about Bam, or let's talk about this one, or let's talk about that one. You need to stop.
They didn't even wait to see what we were talking about. They just got stuck in. They came in and got stuck in with their nonsense. I mean,
that's why I said it's not a rational argument anymore. This is the issue here, and it has nothing to do with them. It has to do with Claire. It has to do with you supporting her. That's fine. Go ahead. Come in here and tell me why you support her. Don't tell me anything about Bam or why she said this or why you were here doing that. That is tacky. That is tacky. Just don't.
And if you're going to come in and talk about that, could you bring that IPO number from Claire with you too? That would be great.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so really quick, I think what I was picking up is they were here to defend Dorothy, right? Okay, that's cool. That's what
I've defended Dorothy. Really, we're going to go there.
But you were misinformed. There was a lot of misinformation. So as Larnie said in the chat, how about you speak for yourself, let Dorothy speak for herself? Because people coming in speaking about what Dorothy's intentions and what Dorothy said and did when maybe you weren't there, but we saw it, you could be wrong. You could be wrong. So
you don't tell people how I was one of the few people that supported you when all that shit happened, and that I'm a good person. I've never changed. I've never done this, and now start saying that I'm freaking brainwashed. I've been fooled and bamboozled. I don't know any better. Things like that. Give me a fucking break. Give me a break. And I have said these things. And I will continue to say them. I'm not saying anything about Dorothy that I haven't would have said to her. That's how I do things, right? I stick up for her. I stick up for you. I talk for Helen. I do this. I do that. You want me to stick up for people against this one and that one? It's not going to happen anymore. It's not. Because this is not about anything other than telling the truth. If you ever consider yourself something, then you were here for any noble cause because you saw something that you saw was wrong and you wanted to make it right. You wanted to help in a little bit. You were outraged. You weren't outraged then at somebody named Bam or Bubbles or Salty or Outback. Stop. You're not here for those reasons, and you never have been, apparently, even though here isn't a place anymore. It's not.
Okay, so what I'm going to play here, the reason why it's all blurred out is because this is the law team's communication dashboard that Claire never should have been showing anyone for whatever reason in her own mind that she can only explain. She decided she wanted to bring up. We never asked her to see this. I never felt comfortable looking at any of this shit in here. This is why it's blurred out, because this is the sensitive information that the fucking law team has. Now, this is where, at the time when we saw it the first time, it just flew by us. This is where she's showing us, look, guys, I've been verified. I've been verified by Cohen Davis. This is where she was verified with her utility bill, her passport photo, her proof of address, a permission slip from Frankie saying it's okay that she has access to this, and a police
plot twist. Not anything about being a fucking lawyer.
Exactly. So now I'm going to press play.
So here you go. This is yeah. Says it all.
Just keeps going and going. Look at that. We are. Look, see, that's my proof of address and my passport and everything. Where they checked me out to prove I was. Before they even added me to this, they just. They had to have a letter of authority from Frankie saying that he did for me to be involved in the case. Yeah, and they went through all they did a police check, which obviously came up nothing with the police check. They had, like I said, proof of my address, utility bill, photo of my passport.
So no credentials, no career
Let
check.
us watch the end. Listen to this. Why is this so long? You didn't even say that much shit right there.
Because I've only just done a police check on me. I'm as clean as a whistle. Not even a parking ticket.
Not a fucking law degree either, or credential in sight.
No.
And it would have been there if they checked her out.
So they just checked that she was who
Debunk
she
style, bitches.
They
It would have been there if it was
Claire Morgan without a criminal background. Apparently.
to see.
So they verified something. Absolutely. They didn't verify her credentials or her being a lawyer.
No.
They didn't verify anything. Nobody ever saw anything that showed that they did verify her. And we saw for ourselves, there was nothing to fucking verify. A utility bill, proof of residency, a background check, and a release is not verifying credentials.
Don't forget the passport photo. Don't forget the passport photo.
Okay, passport photo too. I'm sorry. So knowing that everybody said, oh, verifications, this person verified it, that person verified it, and you're still saying this is why you're not going to find something. You're not going to find it because it doesn't exist, okay? And if it did exist and it was verified, it would have been right there on that fucking screen. She would have shown it. I would have been able to say, oh, I saw it. She's a real retired lawyer, medically retired lawyer. I would have been able to do that. But no, I can't. She showed a utility bill. That's what they verified. I'm sorry that if you want to keep saying that the lawyers verified her, but not that she was a lawyer. Start saying that. How about that? You want to talk about verification?
Yeah.
And don't tell me this person verified it. They told me that their mother did it last Wednesday at the fucking zoo with the elephants. So yeah, she's telling me the truth. That's how ridiculous this shit got. That you were saying things like that. Oh, it's okay. I believe this one, that one, that one, that. Because they said so to Boza the clown. You might as well just have been, slapping me in the face and taking me for a fucking idiot. It doesn't it's not right. It's not. And I know people are upset. I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry that I'm telling the fucking truth. And I knew this a long time ago. Should I put it out? There's a lot of stuff that I know that I didn't put out. It's that simple. But when you want me to be quiet because of that, no, not going to happen. I'm not playing here with y'all no more, okay? It's not going to happen. Don't say that you're being quiet for legal reasons, when obviously that's not the fucking case. Don't say that you verified anything about being anything when you know it's not true, okay? Don't say Sam is jealous or vindictive or petty when you know that's not the fucking truth. And don't think that I'm not going to keep telling the truth, and that's all I've been doing, and that's why I'm here. I hope, again, I'm making myself very fucking clear. And there's no sides anymore at all. There never were, especially when it came to telling this, Kim, and not saying anything and wanting to keep quiet about it. There was no reason for her to be quiet about this copyright shit. That's what I asked for. That's what she offered. She couldn't do it because she lied. And you know she lied. You want me to call out Eddie? Still say he's a pervy fraud? I'm going to call you out too. Don't say, oh, the truth will come out soon. It did fucking come out. Stop deluding yourself into thinking that any of that was valid.
I need to address jurors' misinformation. So there was 2 people on the panel, apparently, who were in with AD and his solicitors to stop the bullying. I'm sorry, juror. I don't know where you get your information from, but it's incorrect. We were asked to witness. We weren't part of the meeting. We had no input. We never allowed to say anything. We just had to sit there and acknowledge that the idiot and his henchwoman were indeed paying and taking advice from a lawyer. That was as far as it went. Then we never spoke to them again. I think that the subsequent drag fest that Bubbles hosted on us would prove that. Now, this hate is all coming as a disruption.
Yeah, because we're speaking the truth.
Yeah, you need to start listening more and gossiping less. No, we were not part of the meeting. We could not speak. We could not speak. We were.
And you know how I have absolutely no interest in this, and that's where I'm at. And I'm sorry, Juror, and everybody else, but it's not about that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't care about who sat in whose meeting, or I care about the one that Claire said that she sat in with Google and the other law teams. I care about that meeting that she said that occurred that morning.
You guys, if you're truthers, Juror, Saggy, those are the meetings that you should be asking about.
Yes, please do now.
That Claire
we were not part of the meeting.
With the
that's why, and I'm so glad that I've always said this, that you have no reason to not have a valid argument. And why would you begin a YouTube beef and go low and start talking about shit that has nothing to do with nothing? And that's what some of y'all are doing right now.
You say,
I want y'all to realize that.
Why were you involved? But you just didn't listen to a word Whiskey said, because you've made your mind up already, like you always do. We were asked
should do is
to witness a meeting,
listen to
which
Claire's
we did.
nonsense and leave these people alone. This is so
we were not in the building. It was a Microsoft Teams meeting. We couldn't speak. We had no input. We made no decisions. We witnessed a meeting.
And what those two people on the panel did doesn't have a fucking thing to do with what we're talking about.
I don't know. Yeah, what does this have to do with anything right now? It doesn't.
doesn't.
And that's what
So
I mean.
you guys,
Because they've been sent in.
yes,
Three
you
or
guys
four
want to
have been
discuss
sent in
it.
here to disrupt what was a pleasant chat because the truth was being spoken and they don't like it.
Too much truth was coming out about Claire, and they've been sent in to do the disrupting. We've experienced this behaviour many, many times.
And don't forget, I've done plenty up here. I don't want to say dragging, but I can do it if you want me to. You know what that looks like. You know I'm capable of it. When I sit here and call somebody out specifically for whatever, or I have said something about anybody, I would be willing to back it up, and I have backed it up. And you can suck my dick right now if you think for 1 second that I'm going to go ahead and be okay with all of this, that I was ever anybody that was honest, that I had integrity, that I stood up for y'all, I supported you, I believed you because I thought you were telling me the goddamn truth, and that's what I'm here to do. Now, you're not going to come in here, nobody make it about Bam. Nobody make it about anybody else, okay? It's about what happened. This is why I'm doing this. And it's a shame that I had to do this because it was over and done with. You want to start talking about this shit again? Let's talk about it. You wanted me to be quiet and not tell you the truth then? But I'm not going to be quiet now. I called out these heifers up on my panel and a lot of you heifers in my chat. I'm not going to not do it anymore. I'm not going to not decide one day to be honest and not say anything at all. Okay? It's not going to happen. Don't come in here saying this, and I have I don't fucking care who was on a Zoom call meeting. Get your shit together. Please.
It was said earlier, well, for me, I can say it for myself, don't expect me to take silence over integrity. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Why would
Yeah, that's essentially it. Whether I like the truth or not, I'm not going to sit here gloating. I wouldn't allow anybody to gloat to me. I hate that. I hate that. I hate to admit that anything, at least was truthful. At least it was the truth. Does that make sense?
The thing is, the truth this time has been a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow.
Yeah.
The hardest pill.
Yeah, I can attest to that. Yeah,
So,
it was really fucking hard.
Yeah.
It was really fucking hard. All these
And
other people that are running
not
around
ready to swallow it.
Yeah, and these people that are running around going, well, I'm friends with Claire. Fuck you. We were friends with Claire. We know what she told us. And I guarantee it was shit that she hasn't told you.
Bingo.
So yeah, you're right. It was a very fucking hard pill to swallow.
And if I've been here telling the truth for this long, how am I not going to keep telling the truth? Yeah. That was my pill. And my fuck you pill. It's like, I'm not going to not say anything. Goddamn. His channel's back. What happened? I don't know. Let me go check my email and see if Claire called. Come on. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's just absurd to me that you would want to be quiet about this. This is what we're here to do.
Yes,
Helen, that's not a problem. They, we are not saying the Rusaks can't be friends with Claire.
Right.
We're just saying these women were lied to, betrayed, and ghosted, and then their feelings have not been taken into account by anybody.
But again, for the 1,000 millionth time, I want to stress, and we've said it from the get-go, we've never turned our backs on the family. We haven't said we don't support the family. I don't support
We never
Claire.
said don't like Claire anymore. We never said don't like this one or that one. We never said any of those things. And I'm not saying them now.
We never discredited or took away from what she has done for them. In fact, Genetic Code has said it several times. We've all said it. Yes, Claire has helped them, and they do consider her a close friend, and that's okay. We respect that. We never taken that away from Claire. We're not saying Claire is a complete piece of shit. It's not what we're saying. We know she's done a lot of work, but again, so has
everybody. A lot of people have, but when you want us to ignore the fact that this work it has been unacknowledged, and it doesn't matter if the work is valid or not at this point, y'all. Just be quiet about the liars. That's what it's like. That's just that. That's hard for me to swallow.
Yeah.
Just the idea that any of us stood for anything at all, and this is where we're at. And then you would say that people are jealous of you, or they're using you, or they're misinformed, or anything. It's just not. It's done. It's over with. For me, for most of us, there's no truth to tell anymore. There's no way I can sit here and still talk about this pervy bastard, or watch anybody's videos and think that it's cool that y'all are still making videos about it when you know exactly what happened. And you know why we are where we are. That to me, honestly, that hurt too. That was personal. I took that personally. I'm sorry I'm rambling. I'm tired. And my stuff is wearing off, but
well, yeah.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're gonna tell the truth. We're gonna tell the truth.
Well, I think we've told all the truth we can today. And as I said, I will speak to whoever wants to join, and I'll speak to Lizzie later on. Because I do have something I want to say in private. But I think Whiskey needs to get off now because she's got company coming for dinner that she hasn't even got in the oven yet.
I know.
May I suggest delivery?
Well, that
He
would
won't accept that.
That would be straight to the top of the list of possibilities.
Yeah, God. So,
well, I don't know how to end. This is an awkward. This is an awkward date to have with you, ladies. You know, it's like a weird blind date that took a right turn that you didn't expect that turn to go. But this is where we're at. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me.
No,
and finally taking a fucking link. How about that? Thanks for finally taking a link.
Everything, because we didn't realize the extent that you were trying to clear things up long before it all blew up. So
God, yeah.
That may, we understand even further.
Well, not to mention, you since May. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I never realized. I didn't realize it had been that long. You had been trying to.
Yeah. So
it's not about being I told you so. It's not about being right. It's not being about being wrong at this point. It's about why I can't continue on a journey with
Lizzie
some
wants
people
to
that
come up on panel.
Oh, is she here? Come on, let's do it. Here's my Lizzie. Is she well, hello?
Hello?
I swear to God, if you talk shit to her right now, I will kick your ass.
I'm going to excuse myself, ladies, because I really must go and do some work. But
well, thank you for coming, and
thank you everybody in chat for making us feel welcome, and just stay strong, stick together, and speak your truth.
Thank you, Whiskey.
Thanks.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Happy
Bye.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
I have to mute. Are you there, Lizzie?
I Yes, I am, and I just morning all.
Morning,
I had
Lizzie.
you on
Do
all
you have your blow up sheep on steroids with you?
No, but when I came up, I've got loads of packets of body parts left over. But anyway, that's another story. But what I wanted to say is I am so proud of you all for what you've been doing, and so proud to be in this community. I mean, what a great community. And Salty, I've always told you how I admire you and what you do and everything, but this kind of proves that it's just for the part that I don't know about the part I missed, but you know, you've done such a great job, Shirley, Jen. It's just great, and I'm so happy. And I wanted to say that before you finished.
Well, unfortunately, I wish it didn't ever have to have been done. It should have never had to have been done at all.
No, but it's a great.
I appreciate you saying that, Lizzie. I really do.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
a great community. I mean, I
It
haven't
is.
got a lot else other than all my friends on the internet. I mean, I've got them, but I'm out in the boonies, so I never get to see anybody or do anything. But I rely on you, and everybody is just so great. And I am really proud of how you've handled this. Really am.
And that's not to say that I don't think some people are still aren't great anymore. And I thought they were. I mean, that's the nature of this. That we can at least say we are good people at the end of the day. But I'm not going to lie for you. You're my friend. I always said with AD and his mods, call him out just one time. Say, stop lying about this or that or that. Stop lying, Claire. Yo, stop.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you at least think that was not a good thing for me to do. I appreciate your kind words. I'll be back momentarily. Got to get something.
Well, excuse me. I must jump off. If I can speak to you later, Lizzie, if that's okay. Yeah. Well, I won't say a time because it's now nearly 2:30 in the afternoon here. But I will be in touch later today. Okay, that's fine. I'm here. I don't have anywhere else to go. So okay. Anyway, thanks for having me on.
All right, thanks, Mo. Don't forget to take your spider with you.
I will.
Okay, stay crazy, Bunny Boiler. You have a good day.
I'm terrified of him.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you
Same
all.
to you. Thanks, Mom.
You as well. Thank you.
That's
okay, I am going to mute. I'll be right back. I mean it this time.
That's why my name is Heidi Ho Ho Ho.
Heidi Ho Ho Ho. How do we spell that ho? Is it an H-O or is it an H-O-E? Heidi Ho.
Oh, shush.
Well, going by some of those stories you told probably about 8 or 9 hours ago. We're not going to go back there right now because it's too early in the morning for us, Lizzie. It's not even 9:30 yet.
Absolutely. Have you been here all night, Jen?
Me? Yeah, I've been awake. I've been up. I've been on here the whole time.
Oh, gee. I went downstairs and I don't have access to the keyboard doesn't work. So I just put it on, fell asleep, woke up, and saw Maureen and Whiskey were on there. And I'm thinking, whoa.
Hell has frozen over.
So, Yeah, but that's
I
great.
bet you saw
mean,
that. Like, what the fuck is going on? Is this real life? Where am I at?
All I did is go to sleep. Is this about dream? What the hell?
And one thing again, I will reiterate. I always said, anybody come over here and say what you want on my channel. Come up onto the panel. It's not going to change at all. It's not. I've done that before. I will continue to do so. Don't make this into, oh my God, I can't believe they had them on their panel. Like I said to them, talking about the Russettes going into BAMs that day and y'all demonizing them. It's the same thing to me now. Please don't do that anymore, because it's just not a valid argument to have. And it creates the idea that there is even a side to take anymore. So I'm asking y'all, please don't do that.
Yeah.
I find it hurts my my sensibilities, because I'm so tenderhearted, I guess. I don't know. No, do it for old time's sake, for the salty bitch over here. For one time, just don't. How about that? Okay? Y'all know what I mean. But yeah, they were here. They stopped by.
So the one thing is there's going to be quite a few people. They click on, they're watching, and all of a sudden they see the panel. They'll be like, what the? No, there must be some superimposing of different panels. What? It definitely got everybody's interest, but
well, how do you think I felt when I woke up and saw it, like right in front of my face?
Well,
that you were having a fucking nightmare and you wouldn't get off this crazy ass rock. That's probably what you would think.
This isn't talking crap about them, but how do you think I feel when I'm sitting on the panel and all of a sudden I see somebody come up and it was like, what is happening right now?
Y'all really think the salty bitch or anybody else wants to be Team Mo and whiskey on this one instead of Team Claire? Come on, man.
Well, you know what? And that's the thing. Not everybody's going to like everybody, but there are certain people that we don't like or we don't get along with, but now we have the same mindset about this one specific topic, and that's why
this is the mindset people have to have. At one time, we all believed in the truth. If we thought we were telling the truth to each other, whether you want to believe that truth now or not, that's on y'all. But don't talk to me about truth. And they say they were telling the truth too. I didn't like it. I thought they were talking shit. I came up and supported Claire, didn't I? I did. They were telling the truth. They were telling the truth.
Yeah. And
I would rather eat my own fucking toenail, anything than have to admit that. Just like I hated having to admit that AD was right when he said they try to find out where I'm at and put out my geolocations. Yeah,
I'm not
you did that too, and I told you you're stupid and don't do that shit again. And if somebody's accusing you of stalking them, don't fucking put out information like that, and don't put out information making people think that I feel that it's okay. It's not. It's not.
I said some really nasty things. And it may sound bad, but no, I don't regret it. I was defending my friend. Is all of that just going to be washed away?
I'm not making excuses about why it's okay.
Forgotten? No, but you can't deny the fact that there were certain people that tried to tell about Claire, but not the rest, but a lot of us, we didn't believe them. And yes, Bam was one of them. Regardless of how you feel about her, regardless of how anybody feels about Whiskey or Maureen, they said this. We didn't believe them. And
well, now, of course, and we're predisposed to think that they're being assholes. And we were stood up for our friend.
Right.
How about you come and apologize for me to that?
We have to put
apologize to me for letting me come up here. and stick up for you. And now I'm having to even entertain any idea that it's wrong still to have these people, but on my panel, y'all go over there. That is not an issue anymore. Stop it.
Yeah.
Y'all owe me that.
Again, we've some of us have gone pretty hardcore at each other over this back in the day when we were defending Clark. Do you think that we would really enjoy coming out and admitting that these people were right? Of course not. You know, other than the fact that we don't want our friend to be this and we don't want to be thinking this way, but
they were right.
They were right.
They were right. They were right. But that doesn't mean it's wrong to admit that now. I'm sorry, I'm getting mad. It's not wrong to admit that. It's not taking sides and being a bad person all of a sudden that you're admitting that you were sticking up for your friend and that you were lying basically by omission. You're standing up for something that wasn't ever tangible, all right? That's heartbreaking to me. When I say it's not personal, of course it is to some extent. They were telling the truth. I stood up for you. I stood up for you. You let me stand up for you. You let me come up here and say this shit on your behalf on how many goddamn panels that you've been sitting on as well. And you don't want me to say anything? I have a bad judgment, a person's character all of a sudden. I think good people are bad and bad people are good. I'm confused about shit. I'm brainwashed. Go to a mental institution. I don't know. Come on, y'all. What was this all for? What was this all for? And because I'm telling the truth now doesn't mean that, one, I'm a bad person, or that I should keep lying, or not say this or just be quiet about it. Don't say anything at all, and still hate these people that y'all hate, or don't have these people on your panel. Don't y'all remember the lies she told about that one? It's not in. Don't make excuses anymore. Don't make excuses. I got very angry going through some of the emotions tonight, thinking about all the things that we've said to each other, all the things that we've done for each other, the support that we've given. Is it shitty that y'all just decided one day that I was a bad person for telling out the truth when the people that were lying to you weren't going to tell you the truth? And my personal right now, I'm tired. My life is crap. There's so much. Everybody's life is everybody has problems. But I still found it every day that I wanted to be here in this community and do what we were doing until I couldn't do it anymore. And I hope out back in summer and everybody else, Claire, Kim, all of you, I hope you hear this right now. And you realize that the one thing that did hurt me was to the idea that you knew that people were lying, or people weren't telling you the whole truth, or they were not being honest. And you wanted me to not say anything? Come on. That hurts. That hurts. It did. It still does a little bit. But again, I still got up every day and I came up here and I told y'all the truth. Didn't I? I came up here and did my long lives and we talked about weird shit. And we had fun, or we didn't. That ended because of what happened. And that's what happened. So I still got up here. As hard as things got. And I got to the point where I realized, what the hell, I can't come up here anymore. And y'all know it. And you don't want me to say anything? Does that make me a bad person? Probably. What? Yeah, sure. Makes me a bad person. Automatically. I think these people over here are angels, and the people that I used to hate, I love, and the people that I used to love, I hate. It doesn't work like that for me. For me, at least it doesn't. So Let the chips fall where they may. I still respect a whole lot of people here. I'm sorry for getting emotional at this point, really, because it is such a difficult position to be in for me that I even care this much at this point with everything else that I have going on. That I at least wanted to say that to y'all. You don't owe me anything. I'll tell you that right now. But Claire, you owe people the truth. You really do.
You owe an
and fuck you for making people think that I'm doing this because I was jealous of you. I stood up for you. You were my friend. I would have done it for anybody. And I would hold you accountable for any one of y'all if y'all did the same thing and you know it.
Claire, you owe this
entire truth community. If y'all are saying now that I'm a bad person for telling the truth, or you don't like the truth that I'm telling, it's facts. It's fact. She lied. Again, she lied. She lied, and she's letting y'all continue to believe whatever. Get your fucking balls. Come over here. Call me. Do something. Don't be telling people I'm jealous of your fucking lying, untruthful, dishonest ass. Especially when I was the one that was sticking up for you. And you let me do that. And fuck you for that. Making me feel like I'm a bad person because I came out and told everybody why his channel was being reinstated. What the hell have I been doing? I think I finally did lose it, didn't I?
Well, like I said, if everybody wants to hate me for telling the truth, then I'm going to be okay with that, because I'd rather not have everybody or a few people like me for fucking trying to stay silent and not keep my integrity.
I'm sorry. I hurt your feelings if I had this person on, or I wasn't angry enough at the time for something that Bam said a fucking year ago, or whoever's going to say something next week. I'll be outraged then, okay? Is that what we have to do? Give you a break. If you see it from my point of view right now, you'll realize how ridiculous this is. And that's why I said it's a fucking farce. It is. It is.
That's where the farce thing comes into play. Yep.
You have the IPO numbers. Give them to Outback. Give them to Summer. Send them to us. Give somebody a copy of something. No, you can't. You never did have anything. You never will. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself, seriously. Again, the fact that I sat up here and supported you because I thought you were a good person doesn't mean that you're not. I don't think you're a bad person now. But fuck you for saying and intimating that I shouldn't have said anything. You're a punk. How about that? And I would have just said the same thing to anybody else if they were doing this. Sorry.
That was pretty powerful, Salty.
Yeah, some of y'all did. Like I said, I'm disappointed.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say is that was another thing at one point where Dorothy decided to mock Jen and Salty for crying. But you know what the fuck ever. This is real. Just because somebody has hurt us doesn't mean that we stop caring about them. That's why it hurts, because we cared about them. And you know, I think everybody can kind of tell who she's talking about. She had a certain, closer relationship with a few other people who know the truth, but don't want to speak about it. And it hurts her. It hurts her a lot. And no matter
it's okay for me to feel anger and be pissed off at somebody lying, but I feel personal a little bit that somebody I trusted, somebody I cared about what? Wanted me to keep lying or not saying anything at all? I mourned that friendship a little bit, absolutely. But I never said that y'all couldn't continue a friendship with anybody. And considering I am the fucking, if I wanted to cry, do you think I wanted to? I feel shit. I do. Sometimes I really do feel shit. Sometimes I get angry and I can't help it. I'm not going to stop being who I am. Dorothy, you supported me. I was always an honest person. Now what? I'm a chump because I shed some tears because people were lying. And this is how it ended for me on my ride here on YouTube. Again, y'all know me. Fuck you for even thinking right now that I'm either a punk, a chump, I'm disloyal, bored, jealous, or anything else. You never fucking knew me, if that's the case, and I never knew you. I stood up for you. Was I a chump for doing that? Was I stupid for doing that? Come on. Fucking hell. And again, that's the ridiculousness of the situation, that anybody would even use that as an argument, that we're here even saying these things. It is a fucking farce. Fucking. I'll be back in a minute, Cheryl. And ladies.
Okay. So again, we just want to say, we don't enjoy this. We really don't. A lot of us, we're really close to Claire. That hurts. There's other people. And again, it's not about believing Claire or not believing us. It's the way that it's being handled. When people are making accusations, are assuming things, and then putting it out there as facts. That's the problem. That's the problem.
We're just supposed to blindly throw away our integrity for silence.
I assumed that she was telling us the fucking truth and that she could supply anything like she said. That didn't happen. When somebody tell me that, tell me how that was assuming something or it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's not personal there. Give me an IPO number. Did she give it to you, Dorothy? Huh? Did she give it to y'all? Somebody over there? Anybody? Did y'all ever see the mythical IPO number? Can y'all forward it to me, maybe? Take a screenshot. Send it to me. Text it. That's how ridiculous this is again. I just couldn't, I'm not going to condone y'all being, you want to be quiet, be quiet. Again, I never said anything about that. I shouldn't have said anything, but I have to, because this is my life, and I'll say whatever the fuck I want at this point on my channel, especially I'll have anybody up here. It's always been that way. It's always going to be that way. But why the hell would you even think that it would be okay for me or for us to even not acknowledge this? What were we here for? What are y'all doing here now still? You're not telling the truth. And it's not about AD and exposing him. If you don't come down to the core fact that everything that we worked for this entire time came crashing down because of what happened. We didn't take him down. This didn't happen. It didn't work, and this is why. And you people that are out there making the videos you're talking about on the panels, you pretend like nothing happened. You didn't acknowledge it at all. That undermines everything, every reason I was here and everything I've done. That we've done. That's a slap in my face. So
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, Larnie. I forget sometimes I'm modding here and I lurk. What the hell?
Oh, so Sam, just want to let you know that somebody actually is in the chat speaking for Dorothy. Dorothy thinks the world of you. She really respects you. And I'm asking.
I respected her too.
I'm
I heard
asking.
What the hell?
Say that.
Wait a second. I want to know how the fuck she respects Salty for what she has said today, tonight, tomorrow, or however long we've been on here. But she goes hard for fucking Nuff Nuff because of what she said. That's bullshit.
You can't have it both ways, sweetheart.
No, you
That's why I said I can
can.
respect people. I don't have to like you.
Well,
I
wait
can
a minute.
respect
Wait
people.
a minute. Dorothy respects brainwashed people, people that have been led
Uh-huh.
astray.
The point being is that I understand, and I said this before, sometimes we say shit we don't realize we're saying it, right? We're up here just ranting and raving, whatever, being assholes. Don't sit here and say I'm a chump for believing this person's truth or lies, but I believe your truth and lies. Doesn't work that way for me. I respect the hell out of people still. Some that I just despise the behavior. It's okay to feel that way. And just because I'm saying something out loud doesn't mean I'm a bad person or I'm disloyal. What else? Really? A brainwashed, fooled, bamboozled Dorothy? Give me a fucking break. When it comes down to this, and you know what happened? Come on. And if any of y'all agreed with that at that time, I don't know if you did, but I'll fucking find out at this point, right? I'll be back. I'll be back.
Was that a
Great.
promise or a threat?
Both. I'll be back with the IPO number, guys. Hang on.
She ain't coming back. See ya.
No, and I can still at least laugh a little bit, but and we all can. The absurdity of it. Don't take it personal when I say it's just a fucking ridiculous farce at this point, because it is, and you'll admit that at least to yourselves. You won't say it out loud. I get it.
Yeah, and the use of farce.
Helen Shaper was never. It wasn't about Bam. Don't come in here and y'all made it about Bam. I know why y'all want to make it about something else.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Stop trying to fucking.
Don't do that, because this is me, and this is me and everything that I've been doing and saying this entire time. Respect my friendship enough, or at least respect my honesty enough in the past, that you wouldn't come in here and make it about something that it's not.
Instead of like all this time that when I say you guys, I'm not pinpointing out to anybody, but people that have been standing up for Claire and saying, I've seen this, I've seen that. All of you people, why have we been spending all this time going in circles asking about Bam? Why can't Claire just come out and explain it? This could have been taken care of long fucking time ago.
What are you talking? Oh, I'm confused. I don't.
The only one that's not speaking on it is Claire.
So AD does the same thing, right? Every time something happens to him, his first reaction is, how come you're just going for me? How come you're not doing it to Joey over there? And we always talk about that shit, how he's trying to deflect. That's exactly what's been happening tonight. It's like,
and
we
giving
don't
people a pass. Yes.
What about that person?
Yeah.
That person's bad. That person's bad. That person says stuff. What about that person? Come on, you guys.
Go back to hour 14 later on the replay, kids, and you'll hear me say, if you want me to start condemning everybody, I will. If you want me to start really being ugly and shitty and roasting people, I'll do it. What do you want me to do all of a sudden now? What do you want me to do? Just don't tell the truth. Just don't do that. Nah, ain't gonna happen. And I'm sorry. Again, if you don't like the truth, but this is what it is. And it's not my truth. It's the facts. This is what happened. This is what she showed, what she didn't show, what she said, what she didn't say. And she still can't answer a fucking question. You offered us information with an IPO number that you were waiting for the judge for this and that. Did y'all get the IPO number ever? Ever over there? Former Truth Channels. Did she give y'all the IPO number? What does the IPO number have to do? Why do we have to be quiet about that? Do you see where I'm going with this? It's not okay. We asked for that. She offered it. You were there. She offered it to you too. You took part in those conversations. Some of them were public. Ain't nobody out in the community right now a little pissed off like, yeah, she said that she would show us the IPO number. Show us the IPO number. Where? No. You're going to come in here and talk shit about other people. And I don't care. Honestly. We'll talk shit if we want to. Come on up and let's talk shit. But at least, hey, let's talk some shit about the mythical IPO number. Let's get back to that eventually, right? That's talking shit and being jealous and not saying anything. It's a fucking IPO number. Come on. She hasn't produced it, y'all. Why not? She offered. Yeah, we're waiting for it. She told you that she'd give it to you.
The strikes are gone now. Where's the fucking, why can't you show it now? It's not going to fucking hurt anything. Because it doesn't exist.
Nope.
It doesn't fucking exist.
Well, maybe to some delusional people. I don't know. Maybe they thought they were seeing an IPO number and it was really just like a dog tag. I have no clue. There's no telling in this community anymore, right?
It was
because you verify everything. They verified all these credentials. You verified that she has a fucking electric bill. Okay. Yeah. That's an IPO number.
Maybe it was her proof of address that was the IPO number.
I got a utility bill. Can I sue y'all for defamation now?
Hell. I'm a fucking retired lawyer. I've got proof of address, baby. I'm coming for y'all. Cease and desist.
The Mounties have all of my information, so I can't give it to y'all. That's how ridiculous this is. Oh my God.
Oh wait, that's right. It's all sitting with Canadian immigration.
It was all wiped out. How did they get that information? How did they get it from the lawyers? Well, can you have the lawyers sent us?
That one copy in its existence that was wiped out is sitting in Canadian immigration. The lawyers must have sent it over after
I was like, it's got to be with Interpol, surely, with all my cyber terrorist stuff. That warrant they put out for me with Interpol, it's in that drawer, I'm sure. They're just waiting for the holiday to be over to come and process it, right?
Your cyber terrorism warrant?
Yes.
Oh, should I not have said that publicly? Sorry.
Damn you. You blew my cover. Now, I will admit I am a shitty troll. I mean, come on. We know that to be true.
We're retired fired trolls.
But I'm pretty good at telling the truth. Even if it is hard. And I can make it a little bit funny for some people that need a little bit of
downfall in trolling? I think it may have been. The telling the truth part was our entire downfall. I said our entire downfall of now being retired fired trolls is telling the truth. That's been her downfall.
That's why I said we really suck at this whole trolling thing.
We're failed retired fired lawyers.
Man, we suck at lying and not saying what we're not supposed to say, apparently. We didn't get that memo from Martin Dehan and whoever else was supposed to send it to us.
No, Cheryl brainwashed him.
No, God.
Cheryl and Nuff. They all brainwashed Martin.
Well, there you have it, kids. Anybody want to say anything? Come on.
No, I think the problem, the downfall wasn't telling the truth. The problem was asking questions to get shit, a bunch of words to have them make sense. If we had never asked questions like, what the fuck does that mean?
How dare we look for clarity?
If we had just kept our mouth shut and just kept letting her spew words at us and just keep smiling, then we would be good, right? We'd be good.
So we should.
And this whole community would be good. And we would all be talking shit about YouTube, saying YouTube fucking sucks because they let all those strikes off. That's what we would be doing right now. Because that's what we were told. She did tell someone that, I do not remember who it was. She did tell someone when she was asked what happened to the strikes, why did he get his blue channel back? She was asked privately, and she says something to the effect of, I don't know, YouTube fucked up again, or something like that.
Let me check my email. I'll be back. That's exactly what she said. Let me go check my email if I got anything. Yeah, okay.
So the moral of the story is, if you have a friend that a lot of people like, who look up to her and think that she walks on water, don't ask her any fucking questions. Don't find out the truth. Ignorance is bliss. Put your fucking head in the sand. Keep it there. Don't listen to anything other than what she says, and don't question it. Done.
And don't say she's lying. And this is the truth about 80. Don't do that either, kids. That's the moral of my story. Sorry, baby.
One of us. We're all the liars, but only Claire's telling the truth.
That really sucks. That really does suck. I mean, if you look at it from our point of view, guys, that really does suck to be able to do that. And this is where we're at. This is how it played out. That we did tell the truth. And we're sensitive pussies for doing so, apparently. Don't nobody say that I cried. Don't tell anybody that. Just keep that quiet. If we could edit that out, producer, that would be good.
I'm gonna fucking make it my ringtone. What are you talking about?
The thing is, you don't have it on camera, but you got the audio of it. Damn it! And I'm sure there are people living playing this for fun for the next year and a half.
So, Sam, Betsy B is asking. I'm going to let you just answer this. Can you say who said to be quiet?
The mods on my channel, former, that aren't here now. The ones that aren't saying anything. The ones that are being quiet and they wanted me to be quiet. That's who they are. That's who they are. They were there. They knew everything that was going on. They were worried about how she ghosted them. They were asking questions. They brought that to me, basically. Betsy, the shit show started because they had reservations about what she had been telling them, and that she might not be a lawyer, and that the lawyers would have to throw everything away that she was giving them because it wouldn't have been, it couldn't be validated if she was there in a certain capacity. And that's why anybody said anything about her credentials. And ironically enough, it wasn't me or anybody that said that, I asked her for them. It was, it wasn't me. So yeah, that's they want you to be quiet. Don't say anything. But I'm not a liar. And I'm not bad friend for telling the truth. That's what I was here to do. Sorry. I am sorry for that. Did I hurt your feelings? If you weren't lying, if you didn't ask me to be quiet or stay quiet or not say anything, that I wouldn't have been able, I wouldn't have been okay with that. I don't do that. I can't and I won't. But to keep this going because you don't want to look bad, or you don't want the family to look bad, or you don't want these channels to look bad, but you still want us to continue to make AV look bad, you fucking suck. You suck.
We have no idea, Betsy. I don't think they're upset at all because we've heard nothing since. Not a single bit of contact.
No, that's not necessarily true. The first time that we talked to them on that StreamYard, they were very upset. But that's when they admitted that they had their own questions and reservations. And
when Ma'am came live that day, we were being asked, what the hell is happening right now? Have y'all talked to Claire? You knew exactly what happened. Why are you wondering if Salty talked to Claire? Y'all know Claire wouldn't have said anything to Salty. Come on now. Those are the same people. So it's like, it's painful actually to even think about that. That even after all of that, you want to know what happened with Claire. Where is she at? Are y'all talking to her? Have you heard anything? Are you serious? Come on, man. It sucks.
And
do I have any other questions? Huh?
Just to come back on the, they did. They seemed upset that first night. And then what happened in those 24 hours between that night and the next day when we had another call, I don't know what happened. I actually ended up not staying on that call for very long because I just got too infuriated with what I was hearing.
Yeah, when she made excuses and she started talking about the retractions after I saw that, I was out. You know, so
yeah. There was a complete 180, and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. So whether they're upset now, I don't know.
That was my realization, is that it was all fucking bullshit, was when the threat of Frank wanting to retract the strikes. That was my fucking lightning moment when I'm like, this has all been a fucking sham.
But you still wanted to believe it was true. You still wanted to have that idea that was going to stick. And that's what y'all said. Y'all promised that, yes, everything, she did everything by the book on that. We saw this, we saw that. Well, guess what? You never saw shit, did you? You never saw shit. And you still haven't.
This would be a great
time. I want you to remember that.
This would be a great time.
You told me everything is above board. It's going to stick. Don't worry. We don't have to worry about this part, at least. It's valid. She did everything. She showed it to us. I saw it. We know what we're looking at. Y'all said these things. You said those things. You never saw anything. That's different than being said, well, I saw something from the lawyer's side. Whatever.
And once again,
you could be looking at anything, right? But when you said specifically that you saw the stuff that she was attaching, that she sent to fucking YouTube and legal and everybody else, and you're telling me, yes, don't worry, Sam, the strikes are going to stick.
And let's put that out there. Here's your chance. Please prove us wrong. Please prove us fucking wrong. I've never wanted to be more wrong in my entire lifetime than right now.
Please. You said you saw all of this stuff, man. And if that's the case, why didn't I see it? What was I doing here? Why were you contacting me and asking me to come and help y'all with anything? If y'all saw it, why didn't I see it? And why can't I not see it still? If we're going to do, you know, to be rational.
Because
We have
it
a
doesn't
question.
fucking exist.
We have a question. Pitbull's asking, so where are you guys going to go from here? I'll still be report. What? You want me to start?
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did not. I kind of like something vibrated and I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
Okay, so where are you guys gonna go from here? I'll still be reporting shit, Lord, and when necessary, he will slip up. His views are well down, and his subs are baying for me. So basically, the question is, where are you guys going from here?
There's no
from here. I can't speak out about a pervy fucking fraud and not call out other liars as well that are in my hemisphere, my atmosphere, my periphery, however you want to put it. I do not and will never be chill with y'all giving people a pass, giving her a pass on this when you call yourself the truth community. You considered me a truther. You still can keep reporting. Absolutely. You want to look at the bigger picture? Fine, go ahead. But don't forget that the one thing that I was here to do, that we were here to do, you don't want us to do it anymore. And now it would be a joke if I even pretended to still want to even expose anybody for their lies or the exploitation. It's like a slap on my conscience, actually.
That's not true. You're talking about a select few group of people that didn't want you to speak out. Well, we have spoke out. We've said what we needed to say. That has nothing to do with has nothing to do with still trying to expose AD. That's what we did. We exposed a liar in our house. Was it painful? Yes. Did we like it? Hell no. But it doesn't mean that we can't stop trying to get him exposed.
And it doesn't.
The only thing
but that's the thing for me, to think that anybody would continue on calling out a pervy fucking fraud for being a pervy fraud and wanting me to be quiet because somebody that we supported and we respected and we helped, we were working together. We were all invested in this. It was all a fucking farce and a lie. This is what happened. This is why he's still here. You cannot do one and not the other. You can't.
No. And I'll be honest. I've put out maybe 3 videos since this whole bullshit blew up. And I'll tell you, every single video that I've put out, I just don't have it in me to do it like I did before. I can't in all good faith and conscience continue this fight.
It's ridiculous.
When there's a deceitful liar right in the thick of all of it.
Yeah, and it's not about a family or being victimized or them trusting her. It was about me trusting her, okay? It was about me trusting her. How about that? It's not about anything else other than that, me telling the truth.
So Pitbull says, no, up until Claire, it was not a lie. And see, that's where I'm agreeing. I'm disagreeing with you two. I get, and Lizzie knows. Because Lizzie knows because I had a talk with Lizzie right after this happened. So deflated, just deflated, not fed up and sick, but deflated. Like you just don't have the energy to try anymore. What's the point? What's the point?
And that's where I was at with those 3 videos that I've put out since it all blew up, right? Or it all all the shit hit the fan. That's exactly how I feel. Completely fucking deflated. I have nothing left in me.
Yeah, I feel defeated. I really do because
defeated,
I can't.
Deflated, all of it. Mm-hmm. I have nothing left in me to be able to give. In good conscience and good faith and in all integrity and credibility. I just don't. It's gone. It's all gone.
Well, okay, and
that's heartbreaking to have to say.
I was going to say, I respect that. I respect everybody's decision, how they want to handle it. And I don't come on here with as much gusto as I did before, but like I said, I wanted our community to somehow find a way to come back together once the dust settled from all this, and that didn't happen, and that pissed me off. It pissed me off primarily at the one person that caused all this, and it was hurtful, and it was sad, but I still believe that if people can stop fucking throwing shit around and accusing us of being this and being that and talking crap about us, we can still come back to a certain degree.
Something. Try and
yes. I mean, just look at your chat.
Whatever the community was, it was what each of us thought it to be.
It'll never be what it was again.
No, it won't. But that doesn't mean that again. Yeah, and I'm not a different person than you thought I was 2 months ago, before or 2 minutes ago. I'm still the same person. They're still the same people, and the fact is that when people trust you because they know that you are telling the truth, you want me to even think about going and even watching their videos that they might put out about AD or say something about AD when they won't say what happened right here.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I'm sorry, but I can't. Okay. And I'm not going to let anybody make it about something else. It's about this. It's not about Bam or any other person. It's not about Whiskey, me, Claire, Dorothy, whoever.
Yeah.
It's about what happened, what I was here to do. And I did it up until right this second. I'm still telling the goddamn truth. I can't do that anymore. I can't look at anybody's videos or hear y'all talking about what a piece of shit liar AD is when you know that Claire is too. That tells you where I'm going. Can't put it much plainer than that.
Lying to the same family that AD's been lying and exploiting. Claire's exploiting the same family. Yeah. You want us to continue on and march like nothing has happened? Never. Absolutely.
Everybody gives him a pass for being a fucking asshole, prick, lying, pervy, fraud bastard. Now y'all are giving a pass to somebody that lied, that negated and undermined every single thing that I've done and said here since I started doing this, and doesn't have anything to do with being my feelings are hurt or whatever. It's not about one person, is it? Do it for the greater good, everybody. Forget about the fact that she's lying. Just think about, in a couple of months or a couple of years, you might be arrested. You might be going to court. Kumbaya, shut the fuck up. It doesn't work like that.
So at the risk of you getting pissed off, I'm just going to say it again. That's a small group of people. I know you haven't been able to read the chat. I know that Jen has tonight, and I know that you've seen a lot of people said, I am so glad that you guys have done this. I am so glad. I'm seeing so many faces or names that I didn't realize I missed you guys. I'm so glad you guys are here. Everybody was so excited when they saw you were doing a live. Those are the people that now that we've got our truth out there and you've said what you've had to say, not our truth, the truth. And you've said what you had to say specifically to certain people. I want to focus on the people that do support us.
Yeah.
Even if they don't.
I agree. Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that.
Believe us, but supporting us in our decision. You don't have to believe us.
Yeah, and I'm not asking anybody to change that support or not support me anymore. And I don't want you to look at me differently than you did before. I'm again the same people. And unfortunately, y'all are the same people too. And to handle this situation right now, to come in and start talking about Bam, or start talking about this person, that person, or this person, that's not cool. That's just bad form.
But this entire 12 hours, 13 hours, however long we've been doing it.
You're going to undermine everything that I've done here.
Yeah.
As a truther by saying, hey, let's talk about BAM. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Come on, Helen. God damn. And I would say that to anybody else that was doing it. And that said it, I'll go back in my chat when I can see it and I'll fucking say the same damn thing. Come on. Keep your eye on the bigger picture here, right? What's the bigger picture here? It's not about BAM. It's not about me being a piece of shit liar or anybody else being a piece of shit liar, not calling out and condemning things that you want us to say and not say. You came in here and you made it about something else because you didn't want us, to say anything at all? Which is worse, that you actually say stay quiet, don't say nothing. It's going to make us look bad. Or that you have to come in here and say, well, what about this over here? Or what about that over there? Come on. You really think that that was the appropriate response to my life and the stuff that I was discussing earlier and this entire time? That was your response? Let's go ahead and talk about BAM. Come on. Fuck off with that, Helen, and anybody else that did it. I would say the same thing to anybody. Fuck off for making about this one or that one or this one. It's about Claire and she lied. It's about Claire not being able to provide anything that she said she could. And that she still technically can chat. If you got the IPO number, anything, prove me wrong, sweetheart. I'll be here for a while, apparently. A little while longer, at least. And you got my phone number. Damn. Don't you ever tell me my business again, Dorothy. Ever. Without expecting this kind of response. Don't ever suggest that you know how I'm feeling, what I went through, what I didn't go through, what I should say, what I shouldn't fucking say. You never knew me if you felt that way. And if this is making you angry, then you never respected me at all. You just like the attention of the drama. You want to cause shit talking about my business? What the fuck? And y'all are letting her lie still by not calling her out for it. Do it privately, do it publicly, whatever. But you don't have to sit here and make me feel bad for telling the goddamn truth. And that's all I've done for the last 2 years. You disappointed me. I can't say that strongly enough. Fucking hell. This whole thing was for nothing. And that's what it really felt like. And it still feels like. That this whole thing was for fucking nothing. That when it came down to it, y'all want me to be quiet. You don't want nobody to say anything about the shit that's really happening. And it doesn't have to do with trusting or undermining or making a family look bad, making victims look bad, making this channel look bad, making that person look bad. What the fuck have I been doing here? What have y'all been doing here this whole time? What? It's a fucking joke. Coming in here making it about something else? Talking shit about somebody that y'all are talking shit about everywhere else. Let's go ahead and bring it in here. That's disrespectful. Y'all have never done that before, even though I encourage it. I don't care, but don't make it about something that's not. Stop saying those things.
Betsy, you know damn well that Dorothy's in contact with Claire. You know that. So why are you asking that question? Claire hasn't.
What?
Right. So Betsy B just made a comment. So Claire, now Betsy B is a mod of Dorothy's. So Claire hasn't surfaced. Right? Is anyone talking to her? You know damn well that Dorothy is. So what kind of question is that ridiculousness? And I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm asking, what kind of ridiculous?
If you're talking to her, damn it, ask her for the fucking IPO number, Betsy. Come on. You can't see how ridiculous this situation is right now that I've been here saying all these things. All of these things this entire when it comes down to it, I don't know if she's talking to Claire or not. I don't know if she is either. I know that I was talking to her, and then I wasn't. She wasn't talking to me anymore because I found that she was lying, and everything went to shit. And I'm still waiting for that fucking IPO number. Betsy, ask her if she has it. Dorothy, if you're talking to her, let her know I got some questions.
Can you get that IPO number?
Tell her to call me. Text me, something. I'm a bad person? No. Y'all aren't bad people either. It's not like I just can't stand a person's character all of a sudden overnight can't change for me. It doesn't work like that. That's why it was never about coming out here and telling you that you had to believe us or you wanted to believe this or that. It was about the copyrights, why we failed in bringing back, or why this channel was coming back. And the fact that you have been here and you've been waiting here this long and you all had this shit going on, the fact that you would actually just ignore any of that is so fucking sad. Sad. Ask people to believe us when we're saying these things about AD or we're talking about these mods over here or whatever. If your interest is more about continuing on with your fucking YouTube beef with other people and injecting them into my shit show, basically. What y'all want to do is come in here now and inject other people into my shit show. Mine. It had nothing to do with anything other than this. You're disrespecting me and yourselves and everybody else in the so-called X community of truthers by making it into something that it's not. Y'all are the ones that have made it into this farce. You didn't like what we were saying. I'm sorry. That doesn't mean I turned my back on anybody or I don't support that or I don't want y'all to support Claire.
Yeah, and again, sorry.
You were saying that I started trashing the family. That is not true. I called you out for it then. I'm calling you out for it now. I never did that. Ever. And I never would.
I'm segueing this for a second. Betsy, if you're referring to me being an asshole, go back 8 hours. I was actually listening to Dorothy drag fucking Natasha Cooper for the millionth time. And I actually was just sort of gazing into chat. And how convenient the day before, the very day before Dorothy goes to bat for Claire, I see Claire Morgan has become a member. That's the first time she ever fucking surfaced. The day before Dorothy's going to bat for her. So if that was at me,
my perspective, I don't give a fuck about any of that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Y'all know I don't. But still, as a supporter of mine, if you ever were, how could you continue to be so? I'm not telling you not to be a supporter of anybody at this point or to convince anybody. You're not going to come in here and make my shit show into something that it's not. All right. It's not going to happen. It's not. If you want to hate me for telling the truth, hate me for telling the fucking truth. I can look myself in the face. Okay. I can look at myself in the mirror. Can't look at Claire's though. Can't look at a lot of people the same way. It is what it is. I'm just telling you the truth. That's it. But seriously, Betsy, ask her if she can text me the IPO number real quick.
But even more to the point, Betsy, if you said 8 hours ago, I saw the night in chat that Claire Morgan became a member. But if you yourself were saying 8 hours ago that you had seen Claire Morgan becoming a member, even more so right now, why are you asking the question, has anybody seen her surface? That was the first time she surfaced in all this time since she had to go legally silent. She had to go silent because her life was in danger, whatever the reason was that day. Not trying to have a go at you, Betsy, but I just don't understand why you're asking your questions that you are. about Claire surfacing. If you said that you saw it yourself 8 hours ago. Unless you're
I ain't talking to the heifer.
unless you're asking if Claire surfaced in the last 8 hours, then no. Huh, absolutely not. And it's really
No, I'm guessing she hasn't.
Fucking moot point at this point. She hasn't fucking surfaced since she had to go silent. When was that back? Cease and desist.
I don't know, but when she does surface and she's telling people that I'm a jealous heifer, fuck you.
October
Fuck you.
16th were those cease and desist. That's when she disappeared. Up until all of a sudden she became a member for Dorothy. And the next day, Dorothy
Showing shit that she shouldn't have been showing and saying things were classified or so protected, sensitive information. Kids, you can't see it. I got an IPO number. I'm waiting for the judge to call me. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, exactly. She's trying to send Dorothy a bunch of fucking.
Why are you even discussing that part right there? Anybody, when the core message here is that we were here for a reason. You know what the reason was. It failed miserably. You know why.
Yeah,
it still didn't have anything to do with fucking BAM.
Or kind of like what
Helen or anybody else.
The one person could have put a stop. We wouldn't be talking about Dorothy. There would be no mudslinging about BAM and this and that and whiskey. And worried if the one person out of everybody has something to say, everybody has an opinion, everybody's pissed off at somebody except for the one person that caused all this. She's not being accountable for anything. We're all talking shit to each other. That person's just sitting over there watching everybody fight. How fucking ridiculous
and somebody that you said that was your friend and that you considered a friend, or whether it's a real tangible friendship or not, that's slapping the goddamn face. When you've been listening to them and believing them this entire time, now all of a sudden they go silent because they have to. No, that's not cool. That's not right. It's
and
not
then
right.
Selectively resurfaced to try to prove that she wasn't trying to make comments about BAM of screenshots in a chat that has nothing to do with copyright strikes, or whether she may or may not have been a retired acting attorney at some point. Had nothing to do with it. That's what she chooses to come public for the first time in 2-3 fucking months.
Showing you whatever, but she can't show us something that she offered everybody on a live stream. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous. You know it. Come on, man. I just
you could have thrown in an IPO number for good measure, right there for Dorothy to show and prove all of us wrong.
Well, and if those that are just now listening, I'll say it now in case you missed the middle part on the replay, or just don't ever want to hear my voice again. The fact of the matter is that we've always said it was a shame that some of the behavior in this community, we're here trying to prove that this is not normal behavior. You're trying to normalize this exploitation, the pervy fraud fuck. They were normalizing that, and you were speaking out against it, and you're reminding people with your videos and what y'all are saying that that's not normal behavior. Well, you're acting the same damn way. You're just forgetting it. Don't say anything. Ignore it. Let's go to the next step, kids. Just don't worry about this. It's just a bump in the road. You're normalizing this behavior. It's not normal.
Business as usual. Nothing to see here. Carry on.
What are y'all here for, though? Still, that you wouldn't want to know why you got his channel back, or what the fuck happened, Claire? Hello. What are you here for? Why are you still here?
I want to know why he got his channel back. I mean, I have my suspicions. I have my speculations. I would like to hear it from somebody who was actually getting the emails about those strikes. Why? Why did you?
You would expect the truther that's been here this long talking about the purge fraud would at least have a video or a comment about why his channel was reinstated. Yeah, I'm being an asshole. Yep.
3 words sufficed. I fucked up. I apologize. Nothing. That's 2 words.
IPO, 3 letters. IPO.
3 letters. Yep. 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 That's all she could have done in sending those out of fucking rotation screenshots. She could have sent Dorothy the IPO number and let her see it. That was her chance. Nope. Nope.
And that was what we said. That was just it. But
is being is Bam thinking that she was coming after her like a fucking pit bull.
What?
She was using Bam as her pit bull. Sorry, she was using Bam as her pit bull. That's what.
What the fuck ever. Again.
That's what Claire wanted to clear up. That was her big meeting to take accountability for. Is a screenshot that she sent where she said she felt she uses Bam as her pit bull and feeds her information. That's what
Claire. I put out my screenshots with you. It proves quite a lot. You want to come and talk about it? Come on, let's do it. Bring the IPO number. Let's do it. Come on. I'm not giving you a fucking pat. Just because I'm not saying anything doesn't mean that I don't feel a certain way. We already know that. So that's established. But if you want to stay here and pretend to be something that you're not, you want to pretend that none of this ever happened. You want to pretend that AD is still this pervy fraud bastard, and you are a good person who is trying to take him down. All of that. That again is slapping my goddamn face. How is it that that's okay? It's not. Don't you dare go around telling people I'm jealous and this is why I'm saying anything. Fuck y'all. Seriously. If you're telling people that, what? You're telling people anything about me is ridiculous. When your ass can't even come and talk to me, woman to woman, person to person, somebody that has some kind of integrity. Own up to your shit. I'm holding you accountable. What the fuck am I doing here? Now, still gonna hold you account. I did it privately. Well, it wasn't private. It wasn't. That was nothing that did what I showed tonight. Again, it was nothing that was so private that I couldn't show it. And it was mine to show. It was about what I've been doing here this entire time, about the strikes and about AD. It wasn't about anything else. So I kept my eye on that prize, right?
Well, it doesn't seem to matter, though, to some people, no matter how many times we say that, we're still going to be accused of.
That's why I said that's like with everybody giving AD a pass over there for being a pervy fraud fuck. You can go ahead and keep making those videos then, because you're not going to convince to change anybody else's mind. What the fuck are you doing here then? There is no here anymore. We passed go. We're at the end of the road. That's it. You want to continue on? Do so. But you look foolish. And it's a joke.
There's no fucking rope left to hang on to.
This is sad that you're going to hold on to some semblance of a normal situation. This would be normal to want to bring this dude down, and we're doing this, we're doing that. But look at what happened, and we failed. Don't admit that anybody's a liar. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. It's gonna make them look bad. Fuck you.
I'm supposed to cash in my integrity for silence. Never gonna fucking happen.
Well,
Never.
Those without sin says again, and a few people have said it in different ways, but we just need to keep reminding ourselves Claire is to blame for this whole shit show. End of. And that's true. And people want to, people that don't want to accept that, or they don't want to believe it, or
Sorry.
and they want to blame us. That's okay. You can blame us, but I'm not going to tolerate people talking shit about us.
At the end of the day, that's
no, I'm not either. Especially from people that you've been here this long with us. We've all been here together on this thing, this mission, this journey, this cause, whatever the fight was at this point. Your fight is not what you pretended it to be. It's really not, in my opinion.
And the people that want to misdirect the blame and try and say it's all our fault.
Y'all are the ones that really are here not for the right reasons. Y'all like the drama. You like the shit. That's what that is. You're giving her a pass for lying, but you want to keep up talking about this pervy fraud bastard lying. You wouldn't even do that. You want to talk about the other creators or whatever everybody else is saying about this one or that one. It was always the truth. It was about AD and why it ended. You don't get a pass at all. And if you're going to pass that, you're going to pass anything. And you are just, you have no principles.
Give AD a pass. Give AD a pass then.
It's that, yeah, that's why I said it was.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, you know, a wife goes through her husband's phone and find out he's cheating, and his first reaction is, "Why are you going through my phone?"
Yeah.
Right? They, you know, they actually act like they have the right to be mad that their privacy was invaded. But the big picture just totally goes right over.
Yeah, and you assholes are sitting here finding out where this pervy fraud bastard is, and you're fucking doxing him and stalking his ass, really, right? Yeah, but you're not supposed to say anything about how you found that she was lying about this or say anything about anything at all. Goddamn hypocritical bitches. Sorry. It's true. It's true.
You don't come off as so salty when you apologize. Cut that shit out.
Sorry, but it's true. Saying you took things too personally. Well, fuck yeah. I don't like the fact that he's a pervy fraud bastard. I don't like the fact that somebody lied to me.
Somebody very
and she knows she's lying. Y'all know she's lying. Y'all don't want to say anything. You still want to talk about Bam. Look at yourselves for a second. That's fucking ridiculous. There's nothing I've done or said that is wrong in any way, shape, or form. You know, that's like saying that AD thinks that we're all bitter, or no, we're all ex-bitter, I guess, fangirls of the pervy fraud or whatever. You know, they're obsessed with me. Y'all are making excuses. Get your shit together. How about that? Come on.
Shit together. Get it all together. Wrap it up. Take it to the shit store and care. Just get your shit together. Get it all together.
Any other questions, Penny? What are you seeing? Nothing?
Hold on.
God, when she says jump, you're supposed to say how motherfucking high.
Well, people are listening, but they're also talking about pets. So
that what?
Pets. Animals.
So how do you say that name? Morrissey Obsessed?
Morrissey Obsessed.
Yeah. From the first time I heard Claire talk, I knew she didn't have the law degree. Never mind was a retired solicitor. She did not have the legal vocabulary nor high IQ that lawyers possess. Yeah, I wouldn't. I blame a lot of it, and I'm not trying to, excuse it, but she could tell me anything about the UK laws. I wouldn't know the difference other than if I Googled it, right? And, and there's a lot of our friends are from the UK. So she would say something. I'm like, is that really how it works? And a lot of times it actually really was, but not how she was implying it. So that's part of the reason why we started questioning her. But I'm sorry, I'm going to disagree on the IQ, though. I do think Claire is very intelligent. Do I think she's intelligent enough to answer every trivia question during Nobbington Manor every single time? No, I don't. And it kind of became a joke, like Claire's cheating. Well, I really do.
Every question in record time, too.
Yeah, but I do think Claire's an intelligent person, and I do think she has a good heart, and I do think that she started out with the best intentions.
Thank you. That's what I was going to say too.
Yes.
I don't. Unless
we never suggested otherwise. We shouldn't have to be saying that. We never suggested otherwise.
No.
Hippie chick says, "Sorry, we are listening too." So yeah, we know you're multitasking down there. We all do it too. Yeah.
I don't know how to process the idea that people respected me always for telling the truth, knowing that I would be telling the truth. And I'm pretty straightforward in telling that goddamn truth. And I never was hateful to anybody gratuitously just because I was an asshole. That all of a sudden that you would question the truth that I decided to tell now, that I can't reconcile. I don't like that. It's like, again, y'all never knew me or I never knew you. It's just not something that I thought was going to happen. That wasn't the reaction that I was expecting. It wasn't. I'm glad I've been gone for this length of time. I hate for why I was gone, but I'm glad because seeing y'all going into the different places and saying, how could they put this out? It should have stayed private. What am I here for? Kai Bell, I saw your comment. You made it. You're the one that made it. You said you talked to Claire. She cleared everything up. Can you ask her for the IPO number, first of all? Second, how is it private? Why couldn't I keep it private? It was about the copyrights, Kai Bell. Why would I say that? Why would I keep that private? What am I here for? What were you expecting me to say? What were you expecting to see?
Well, especially when Claire led the whole bull charge of striking and doing that all on her own accord.
It was about the copyrights, hon. How could I not keep that? How can I not tell y'all that? Are you serious? This is the stuff that I did see. Normally, I've never done that before. I've never come up here and especially even named anybody or said anything, pointed them out specifically about this. But I'm going to from now on. You were saying those things, and I'm like, this was not. First of all, it's their business. If they want to say anything, they can. Second, it's about fucking copyrights. About her not being who she said she was. That was the whole lawyer thing. Y'all made it into that. Again, confusion.
Deflect, yeah.
Yeah. You're deflecting for other people's behavior. I've only ever been honest with y'all and told the truth. I'm not going to not do that anymore. Don't make excuses and give people passes for what they're saying. You like them. I understand. I like y'all too. I love y'all. You hate me, whatever. I'm still the same goddamn person. I don't become a bad person for telling the truth after you love me for this long for doing so.
And again, let's go back. When Sam and I
don't want to go back.
No, just for a second. When Sam and I did those 2 streams, we did the last one we did was November 6th, and the one we did was a few days before that. At that point, we were saying this is not about whether Claire is or is not a lawyer. She is or is not a lawyer, but no, it's still been continued.
So y'all made it personal. It wasn't a personal thing. We told you what happened.
But
we told you what happened with the copyrights and why she lied, or the fact that she was lying, and why she ghosted us or dropped us. It wasn't because of jealousy issues or she hurt her feelings or whatever. She offered all of this stuff. It's a fact. Y'all know this. Betsy, Kai Bell, y'all are out here. You listen to us on those panels. You answer those fucking questions. You're over there making the comments. How in the hell can you not just say, hey, you know, I that's true. You said that you could provide whatever. I mean, this is what y'all were doing. That's what you were here for. Now all of a sudden you don't care. You don't care. It's become a personal issue that should have stayed private. That's where I'm at mentally. Didn't have anything to do.
I just want to say really quick, Betsy in the chat, she's not defending Claire. I just want you guys to know that. There may be
I'm saying I'm going to say whatever. Betsy B, if it's you or Kai Bell or anybody else, I'm going to say it. But I'm not being maliciously spiteful right now. I'm just using it as an example. When you are in these conversations, you've been in these conversations, you've been on these panels, you've listened to us, you've watched the videos, you've left the comments. And when it all came down to it, the reason why we were here, what we were doing, you didn't want us to tell the truth. You didn't like what we were saying. I'm sorry. It's still the truth. This is what happened. How can I sit here and even contemplate making videos or going and watching any of these videos ever again by people that know that Claire was lying and they wanted us to be quiet about it? I am putting it very, very clear right now. I'm not even going to beat around the bush anymore. That's fucked up. Will you agree with me on that one, Betsy? Fucked up.
I can't. I don't want to speak for her. I'm just looking at her comments. She does agree. She's saying that she's never defended Claire.
Okay.
I haven't seen her do that.
I
don't know why I keep saying Betsy or Kai Bell. I don't know. It doesn't matter at this point, okay? To me,
well, it does kind of matter. It does kind of matter.
You know what I mean? I'm so fucking punchy. I can't even feel my head. I've put so much numbing spray into my goddamn throat. I can't feel anything.
For Bedtime Clown, no, Kai Bell is not in the chat. So you still may be blocked by her. I don't know, but she's not in the chat. That's why you're not seeing her. You
don't come over here and support me for telling the truth and even saying anything about being honest and having integrity, and then make excuses about why I should have kept stuff private. I was not here to not show what you want to talk about private shit and saying private stuff. You little assholes, some of you little assholes are up here literally fighting out where that pervy bastard is at. Y'all are sending him ugly messages and threatening emails. Y'all are contacting his goddamn family. Y'all are doing those things, and you know it. But you want to act like that's normal behavior too. And I shouldn't say anything. Come on. Where have we all been in the same place? Have we had the same nightmare? I mean, what the hell? To think that it would come to this. And then you would say that I needed to keep anything private because it was a personal issue. It's about the pervy fraud. Why his channel came back. And she lied. She lied. She lied. Not about Bam, Betsy B, or Kai Bell, Dorothy, Mo. Sorry, Bunny Boiler number 1 and Bunny Boiler fucking number 2. Not about them either. I think it's about the fact that we were here for something and it just became a joke. It's tacky to me that y'all can sit here and some of y'all pretend that it was okay. That you know that she was lying, or okay, yeah, she did say that she could provide us with any of that, Sam. And she said right there she was offering to show it weird. Yeah, you know, and she couldn't. I don't know why. Maybe I can ask her. She's talking to me, Sam. Let me go ask her why she didn't, or what happened with that. Something? Nothing. No, nothing. Let's talk about Bam. Or let's talk about Sam having her feelings hurt, aren't being jealous. It's become ridiculous. How anybody can continue. Why I can't. So, and tell me my business again, goddammit. You're gonna get the same fucking response. I'll say it again. Don't ever tell anybody my business. Don't be presuming to know that how I feel about anything. Don't be telling people I'm jealous of your lying ass. And if you really did say that, oh, seriously, you will see a dragon. And you deserve it. Telling people I'm jealous of you. God damn. Am I jealous of AD too? Fuck. This is what it came down to. This is what all my work came down to. That I'm sitting here right now talking to y'all about this shit. This is how it ended for me. There is no truth community at all. Don't delude yourself into thinking that there still is. They're not. There isn't. Whatever the community was, it was built on camaraderie and we had a common goal. And we respected each other because we were honest and we were telling the goddamn truth. You don't stand for that. Claire, you don't stand for that. You lied, you dropped us, you fucking bailed. Whoever you decided to talk to was on you. I don't care. But you said all of these things. You did these things. You are a liability. You really are. And everybody knows it. Whether they're going to admit it or not, that's on them. And you know you're a fucking liability. In danger, jealous. They don't like me because of the whatever. You're just like AD, actually, I guess. Making excuses. Telling the people, the select few that you are talking to, this is what happened. This is why I have to be quiet. If she says anything about that, oh, goddamn. Come tell me how you had to be quiet, Claire. Come and tell me how you had to be quiet. Come on. Kim, you too. Dorothy.
I want to interject for a second. Kai Bell is not in chat and has everybody blocked. She's not in the chat at all. Salty just brought her name up. She's not in the chat.
I brought it up because she was saying that I should have kept stuff private. This is not a private issue, Kai Bell. It was about copyrights. That's what my point was. So it's not about calling Kai Bell out in this chat or not. I'm saying this is the stuff that I saw. Then it should have been kept private because it was personal. It's not fucking personal. I'm here to tell the truth. I did. You're skewing it into something that it wasn't and that it shouldn't be. It's not okay. And y'all know it. I saw the same people that were saying that we were trashing the family by coming out here and telling why the copyrights failed, why you guys' channel reinstated. How is it trashing the family? There's no symmetry whatsoever. There's no connection. None. We never did that. Some of you were allowing those comments to stay on your comment threads. That we were bad people, trashing the family. That we overnight became bad people, turning our backs on these people. What have we been here? Yeah. Why are we here? That's hurtful for anybody that you thought, you know, supported you and believed you, and you all believed me. I'm an honest person. Now all of a sudden, boom, I'm not. I'm trashing people. No. That's how ridiculous it is. It is, and y'all know I'm speaking the truth. You know it is.
We were all unfair to Claire. Claire's taken a bad rap for this. You know, and
Fuck
that's my
off.
story. Let me just, I know we kind of segued there, but what I started to say was, so Salty and I we did those 2 lives. The last one was on November 6th. The one before that was a couple days before. So we haven't said anything at all since then about this. I haven't fucking commented anywhere publicly about Claire at all. And all of a sudden, here we are. Poor Claire, she's gotten a really bad rap. I would have ghosted them too if they were my friends. She's an attorney. She's an attorney. You know what? Let's fucking, if this whole thing, you want to try and twist it into whether she was an attorney or not an attorney, which we said back in those 2 lives, that's not what it was about. But people kept wanting to perpetuate and spin it into that. Well, we just fucking took care of that tonight too. Or, well, today, tonight, whatever. All of the times of the day that we've been on for the last 16 hours. That has finally been put to rest. She was never a fucking solicitor. Cohen Davis never verified her as Solicitor Claire. Cohen Davis verified her as Claire Morgan, the person with apparently a clean criminal background. They did a fucking background check on her. That's how she was verified by the Cohen Davis law firm.
Yeah, and we never said it was about her. Again, yeah, just like, again, say it again. It was never about her being a lawyer or credentials.
But yep,
and honestly, if I did ask you for your credentials, why would you be offended? If somebody on YouTube is asking you for that. Are you kidding? Come on. Sorry, I'm going to mute again.
Yeah, you know, and I hate to say it again, but I am going to. You know, Dorothy said on her live, she's got an attorney friend that's going to help her with her strikes. That was Claire. What a load of fucking crap that is, Claire.
Good luck. I hope you win.
And again, I just want to be
keep my
clear.
fingers crossed for you.
Claire's experience in winning, counterclaims is because of me, not because of anything she submitted. So let's make that very clear as well.
That's funny, though.
Good luck with that. And I've never been an attorney, nor have I ever pretended to be one, even on TV.
I pretended to be a retired go-go dancer.
I pretended to be a DJ once.
I pretended to be a decent, pretty fucking troll at one point, and apparently I suck. I pretended to be a lot of shit.
Failed, retired, fired trolls is what we are. Failed, retired,
We're the shittiest trolls in the world. We're all haters anyway.
Goddamn truth trolls. That's an oxymoron.
Sitting here y'all are using.
I'm gonna read
okay,
one of Betsy's comments. She says, and this was all in caps, it wasn't personal, and then it goes back regular. It's everything you all worked for 2 years. It was very public until it was inconvenient.
For Claire.
Oh, I that is one thing, because we mentioned how you do create an emotional investment to a certain degree. Don't say that you can't. Don't attach yourself personally to this cause. and not become supportive and respectful of the other people that are fighting it with you. Okay, that's an impossibility. It was going to happen. And I did say, it's not up to anybody. You cannot dictate the terms of friendship, whether y'all know each other and you're able to hug each other or hit each other, or, kite checks to each other, or I don't know, or if it's just online. That doesn't negate the friendship that somebody has. It doesn't take away from the validity of it. And I can be outraged and angry that my friends were being lied about, that I could get up here and tell people, no, don't say these things. She is telling the truth. She has integrity. But yes, then just be so invested to where I would not even continue with the conversation about what really happened. And when ultimately it's the reason why I was here. So yes, it was personal in that regard. It was a slap in my face. It really was, because I've been here long before. Well, I don't know how long I've been here for, but you know what? I have felt the same goddamn way since day one. I have been honest. I have been mostly respectful, unless you're a pervy fucking fraud and one of his mods. I'll call you out for your shit. And that goes for the people that are on my team. Sorry, but that's the way it is. It was personal in as much that I invested all this stuff and it came crashing down when I realized that after everything that happened, that the person that says that you just stay quiet, don't say anything. We knew it was coming out. God damn it. Why is it coming out now? What happened? That's sad. That's sad. That's personal. That was how much you appreciated my friendship and support. But it came down to it, right? That's personal, yes. And it has, yeah. Absolutely. I see what you're saying. Personal.
Yeah, no.
But showing personal shit, nope, fuck you.
She was basically saying that, yeah, I mean, everything was public and it's not anything personal, until it became inconvenient. So, yeah, and I agree with you. I don't know what context exactly you were referring to other than, the overall thing, but that was something that we kind of talked about before, was that how Claire and other people needed to go silent because now there's a court case involved, when we all know, we all know we don't have to prove to you guys about this, because you guys all saw it. Claire was on every friggin' panel. She was in every chat. She was talking all the time. She was giving updates about all kinds of things. Then all of a sudden, now she has to be quiet. I mean, that's why
I said with inconvenience comes selective silence.
Sure. But then nobody's natural inclination, especially if you have been here for any length of time, is to say, hey, what happened? What happened with those strikes, man? All of a sudden, y'all aren't saying nothing. I don't know. Let's go ask Claire. Of course, Claire is gone. You're going to make an excuse for that? An excuse that y'all came, or we collectively came up when people were finding shit out, and we were thinking, what can we tell them if Claire disappears? What it's a believable story that, because she was doxxed, her email was shown, that, she might be feeling the heat a little bit or whatever. She, for her own peace of mind and safety and everything, she left. Y'all are using that as, that sucked too. That's fucked up. That y'all
hang on. This is actually, I want to just share something while you're speaking. So this is, again, I want to go back because not everybody's been here the whole 16 hours, except for...
I don't want to be here anymore either.
So this is, again, I'm just sharing it. So this is Claire's life being in danger. Let's go to current day.
Oh. Am I sharing something?
Yeah. Well,
Get out of my damn face, pet.
Nice to sushi cat. So this is current day, everybody. Like by current day, I mean this week. So Claire had to go silent because her life was in danger. But as of this week, once you apparently move or come to visit Canada, at that point your life is no longer in danger to the point that you can pinpoint to the exact longitude and latitude where the fuck you are in the world in Canada.
This is fucking hilarious. This is Claire. Are you fucking kidding me?
This is her Facebook. This is now because she's in Canada. Her life is no longer in danger. She can check in location-wise on Facebook because once you're in Canada, no one's life is in danger ever, apparently. Nobody can find
Hey, I put on a Band-Aid. I can do open heart surgery. Let's go. Come on. Jesus. What the hell? This is hilarious to me. It really is. It's fucking hilarious.
So there's
this is some AD shit right here. This is some AD shit. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's AD fucking having to take the night off for health reasons while he's taking a picture with a fucking goddamn casino fucking in his glasses.
My lady boy on vacation with his family. I'm in danger. I'm at the casino over here, stalking AD.
I'm on a family vacation in Thailand. But yeah, this is the preposterousness.
So you guys,
at the Ramada Inn on 54th Street.
Do you guys so Betsy asked a really good question. Danger from what? What exactly did I don't ever remember her actually saying what she was in danger for. I remember that she was going to be moving to a family member.
I said we can tell that to people to buy.
No. She was moving to a family member's house that lived on a military base, so she would be safer there. That
before she came to Canada, yeah.
But the lawyers suggested.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's right. When y'all were asking if Salty and talked to Claire, you said the last time you heard from her, she was going to a military base to stay with her cousin. Yeah. How'd that play out for you?
Now, I'm not sure. Was that because she was in fear for her life because of AD and because of these supposed issues she's had with an ex? Which one was it, or was it both?
Oh, it's fucking joke. Disgusting.
But it's okay. Now you're in Canada. You can check in location-wise and know exactly where you are. Your life is no longer in danger from either one.
Hey, don't forget, genetic code is a truther. You think that she's not going to debunk this shit?
If I remember correctly, it was because of the AD stuff.
Yeah, at that particular, that was her reasoning.
Yes.
You know, that fucking hell.
So her life has been in danger in a couple different ways. But no, she's in Canada now.
I can't believe that y'all actually did roll with that after we said that's what we can tell people why she left. If it comes down to it. Fucking hell. Sorry. It's true.
Fucking truth fucking hurts, and this has been the biggest fucking slap in the face truth ever I've had to deal with, and it fucking sucks.
And again, you have always debunked the lies. You're just debunking them now. Telling the truth isn't dragging anybody. It's certainly not because you're jealous.
And that's it. All of my fucking AD videos have all been using his own words. I've thrown his own words back at him. I'm doing the same thing here with Claire. Everything I have put out, everything I have shown is all Claire's own words, Claire's own posts. Mm-hmm. Same with Salty. It's her own fucking words coming right back in her face. Not making anything up. Guys, not making anything up. All my videos have been about AD's own words. I fucking take pride in that, throwing his fucking words back in his face. That's
Yeah.
how I roll. That's what I do, and that's what I've done with Claire. It's her own words, her own posts.
Oh, it's okay. Just keep putting them out about AD, not Claire.
Yeah, but we're doing that. I'm doing that because I'm brainwashed. I'm jealous. Fuck.
Are y'all jealous? Are y'all jealous? Is that why you're trying to change the subject or make it about something else? Are you brainwashed?
I'm the jealousest.
We're like the two ugly stepsisters at the Cinderella ball right now. We're jealous heifers this entire time that wanted glass slippers by a guy named 80.
Cinderella.
Jesus. You're like the clumsy one that has to try to walk in heels.
You guys are jealous, and we're just pathetic, mean girls. So we make a good group, right? We make a good group.
We balance each other out.
Yeah. You got jealous, and then you got just flat out pathetic.
Pull up slip now from Cinderella with the ugly sisters walking to the ball. Try to act cute and think they're pretty and everything, and they're just like clumsy, ugly freaks. That's me and you, Jen. We're the worst trolls ever. I'm still getting it. What? Sorry, I said fuck you, but again, fuck you.
All I get is Cinderella.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's the Prince Charming here, okay? If you're going to tell me, AD, that you really do care about that bastard, I'm just going to be gone. This is not a world I want to be in anymore. Yeah. That up was down, down was up. It was all craziness. And you don't care about the truth. So stop saying that you do.
At this point,
you don't care.
I feel like it was all for fucking nothing. Thanks, Claire.
And it was, and I showed you, and that's what y'all said. Y'all treated me, people that supported me, people that I stood with, people that y'all supported and that y'all stood with, treated me as disposable crap. But now that I'm even thinking about telling the truth, that I'm a bad person for doing so. That is never going to be right. It's not okay. It's not going to excuse other people's dishonesty or lack of integrity when you're hurt, especially when you do think they were telling you the truth. It's not going to, it's sad. Any other questions from the study group before I close this session?
Write it down.
Don't tell me what to do.
I don't know what this means, but Cassius says, "Where's the scouts?" I have no idea what that fucking means, but that's a question. So, where's the scouts?
He's talking about the goddamn talent scouts, troll scouts that were here that night. Eyeballing Jungle Jen over here. She's just like everything up for us.
For us failed, retired, fired trolls.
Yeah, those scouts that came and told us that we sucked and they would never watch our vlog on how to become a troll because we suck at trolling. Those people are those scouts, the scouts that you're talking about, Cassius. Thanks for rubbing that in, okay? Why? I forgot all about that. Now you brought it up. You know I'm emotional about this. Why?
Maybe there never was really any scouts. If that's all been a lie.
Are you saying that somebody lied to us?
The fucking retired scouts, damn it.
Were they lying that time? I thought they were telling the truth. Am I that gullible? Come on. I thought it was a good troll. Fuck. I was a good friend, though. A YouTube friend. That was a good YouTube friend. That's I will say that about myself.
Yep.
I'm lie for your ass.
I'm gonna second that. I think there were quite a few of us, and not just in our group, but a lot of people that I've seen in the chat. I think a lot of us were really good friends.
Yeah, we were, of course. I'm only ever gonna speak for my fucking self. Don't put words in my mouth. I can say what I want. Don't make it about something that it's not. Answer your fucking messages, and when somebody calls you out and you're a punk ass bitch, I have the right to come and say you're a punk ass fucking bitch. Like that. Those are the rules of my new salty clubhouse over here in the non-troll party. Fuck. Oh my god. As I said, the ridiculousness of it. That's when I woke up that Monday morning, or didn't even go to sleep. We were all working on over the weekend trying to figure out the shit with Claire, knowing that the truth was going to come out and people were going to find this stuff out. And what happened? And you want me to ignore it? Literally forget like it didn't happen. Think about the criminal investigation that'll be going on in 10 years. Okay? That was the situation I was in, people. I was like, this is real life and happening to me right now. This is fucked up.
Keep
this
your eye
is
on the
wrong.
prize. Yeah.
This is normal. No, it's not. Nothing was normal about it. But the absurdity of it, that Monday morning came and the full light of the, full sunshine is showing me how bad the fucking storm was. And you wanted me to say, honey, Salty, look at the bright. Look, he'll be going to jail in 18 years. I might be dead, but he'll be happy. Look at that. Be positive, Salty. Damn. It's not always about the liars, is it? Who cares? We have that to look forward to. That was ridiculous, Kim. It was ridiculous. Then it's ridiculous now.
It's even more ridiculous now.
That's why I said, is this real life? Is this really fucking happening right now? These people, is this really happening? I mean, it's bad enough that we're in a place where somebody like AD can fucking prosper, and we want to do the right thing. But we're not prospering in any way, are we? If I need to start lying and making shit up and being all dramatic, I will. If that's what y'all want me to do, so I'll try to be better at that. But in the cold light of day, it was just absurd. Don't worry, Sam. He'll go to jail in about 10 years. It might, and you actually said that, Kim. It might take several years to charge it, but it'll happen eventually. And here I was. I was like, are you fucking, oh my God. This is just absurd. It was absurd. And it was delusional. God. All right.
The whole point,
I'm not a truther anymore.
If it even gets to that point where he would go to jail or come up with fucking charges 10, 18 years from now, that was the whole thing. That's the whole point. And that's what Claire took away, was the ability to have him removed off YouTube during all of this 10 to 18 year transition.
That's what you were talking about, going for court cases and future court cases and hurting litigation. What the hell? Baby, please just take a step back, all of you that think that I'm a bad person right now. for this, but